And we're live. Good evening. Anybody here? Anybody around? I shut off the camera until someone comes in. Someone's here. Thanks for coming by. Just gonna kill some time before I go to sleep. Feel free to drop some comments in the chat. Could put a link up. I'll drop the link if anyone wants to come on. If anybody's in the chat, can they hear me? Am I coming through okay? Hey, what's up, Paranormal? How you doing? Thanks for coming by. I work overnights usually, so I'm on vacation now, but if I go to bed now, I'll get up in about 3 hours. So I'm gonna try to stay up for a little while. Oh, good. All right. What's up, Edwin? No, I just got these. My laptops. I'm using an older laptop, and I'm using these cheap headphones. So, what's going on tonight, guys? Anything? Guys up to anything? Sorry if you hear. Do you hear my wife and daughter playing a movie in the other room? I don't know if you guys can hear that. There's nothing I can really do about that right now. Right back at you, Edwin. Right back at you. See here. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that if you can't hear them. So I forget what they're watching. What are you guys watching again? Oh, they're watching Home Alone. Watching Home Alone. We just had a air hockey tournament here at my house. We were the wife and kids, and I don't know. We shut all the screens off for a little while and played some air hockey. What's up? What's real? How you doing, man? I don't go live a lot. This is like my fourth one. I privated a few of them. Um, I privated a few shows because we had a really good one last time, and at the very end, I showed something on here that pretty much doxed myself, which people know who I am anyway. They know my first and last name. I'm not that worried about it. But I'm debating whether I should put that old show back up because Carol was on, Yankees was on, and we had a lot of pretty good discussions. So, um, but I was showing a PowerPoint how I make my white pizza. I could actually pull it up here, and on the last slide it says my last name on it. So I didn't know if I should put that up or not. What do you guys think? I mean, I pretty much stay out of the muck, and anybody could find my name easy, believe it or not. So, cheers, go Bills. What are you guys up to tonight? Anything going on? All right, so we have 5 people watching. My the most I've ever had watching was 6. So let's try to break that tonight because I don't think there's anybody playing. I waited until I didn't see anybody on, but we'll give it a shot for a little while and see what's happening. Paranormal, your channel's awesome. I when nobody's on at night or whatever, and even if they are, I come over and listen to your channel all the time, the stories. I can't really watch because I operate machinery and stuff, but I do listen for sure. What's real? You're up in you were talking about Tim Hortons earlier, right? We were all talking about that on Theme Do Show, and last night we were talking about that on Just Chillins. Um, what's it called? I had mine this morning. Mike, what's going on? Thanks for coming by. Mike's very loyal to my very few shows. He hangs around. It's awesome. Thanks, Mike. Oh, hang on. Let me. Oh, you being okay, that'll work. That'll work. Edwin, did you see any of my like on my like my posts where I could show pictures and stuff like that? I took pictures of the event. I was working with my photo booth last night. Valet Park and now All right, Edwin, take care of that for me. I know you got that. We'll have Mike F watch the door. We'll have Paranormal collect the charge to get in, and we'll have who else? Uh, let's see. Who's holding the money tonight? Who's holding the money for the cover charge? Yeah, Mike. The channel's definitely interesting. What's cool is late at night, they usually play like real true stories from people, and they kind of put it into their own thing. You know what I mean? Like with animation and stuff like that. It's actually really cool. I really like. I watch it on my lunch break, and then I listen to it. As long as they play it. So I sent a couple texts to a few people. They're probably sleeping. Trying to get a couple more people on. I think we'll have some fun. Yeah, if you guys have any questions for me at all or whatever, let me know. I'm up for anything. Right now, my family's in the middle of a move. We closed on a house a couple weeks back, and little by little, we're moving over there. So the next time I go live, I might be at a different setting. You won't be seeing this behind me. This will all be gone. We're moving out of here. So, but the problem is my brother-in-law plays ice hockey, and he just fractured two of his ribs this morning. So he was going to be the main guy helping me move, and now we might pay movers. Might have to pay movers now because honestly, I don't even know if I want to be bothered at this point. If I got a little extra money, I'm just gonna pay the guys to come in, move all the heavy stuff, and get it out of here. We'll cart all the little stuff in my car, van, whatever. Yeah, Mike F, you might. Yeah, you'll like it. You'll definitely like it. Definitely like it. All right, Edwin. There you go, Edwin. You thought I was a senior citizen? Why's that? Tell me why. Tell me why you thought that. That's funny. No, Edwin, I'm about 30 years younger than that. About 30 years younger than that. That's awesome. Who told me who told me they thought I was 62 the other day? That's gonna bother me. I don't think it was Theme Dude. I don't know. I don't remember. There's Assassino. How you doing, man? Welcome. Just killing some time, man. I don't feel like going to bed yet. Oh, the name Todd Father. So I've said this before online how I got my nickname. Um, but I guess I'll tell you guys again if you don't know. Um, oh shit, what did I just do? Um, so how I got the name the Todd Father. Oh wow, we got 6 people in. All right, that's if we go over 6, I have a new high. um, so how I got my nickname was I used to work at Circuit City when I was 19 years old, so that was like 20 years ago, and I needed off on a Sunday. And if anybody's ever worked in the retail world, Sunday's like the busiest day. And being on commission, I never did want to take off Sundays because that's all. It's how you made your money was on commission. So I told my manager, I said, I need off this Sunday. He's like, we don't really like people to take off. So I said, well, he's like, why do you have to take off? And I said, well, my sister asked me to be godfather to my niece. And he goes, oh, so you're the Todd father then. So my first name and father That's how it came out. So that name kind of stuck, and uh, I just kind of took it on here, and what's it called? I don't know. All right, we got a new world record in this chat here. 7 people. Then it just said it went down to 4. So maybe there's some. Yeah, no problem, Assassino. You're a good dude, man. I trust you. I trust everybody I gave it to. Um, you know, everybody's been around a long time here, so. And as of right now, I'm still new doing this. I don't plan on going crazy with this whole thing. I'm just doing it for fun, just because I'm up late. Um, what's it called? I'm never looking to hit it big with it, but I like posting the stuff I do, and talking with you guys. You know what I mean? So if I could do this once in a while, I will. Especially right now is in my down season. I don't have a lot of. There's Carol. How you doing? Um, yeah, I don't have a lot of events. I have a lot of events coming up. I got one in a few weeks, but I purposely turned down some gigs because we're moving. So sucks. Yep, that's right. Oh well, okay. I guess I could see that, Edwin. But Michael was the Godfather, and he was very young for being a Godfather. So yeah, Edwin. I'm an old soul, but I'm not that old yet. So Carol, how you doing? How'd your Thanksgiving go? In my last live, Carol came on and she was cooking and preparing. She actually cooked everything at her house, and she went and she brought it all over to somebody else's house. Do you believe that? I don't even think I can ask somebody to cook a whole meal and bring it over, let alone, I don't know. If I'm going to cook a meal at my house, they can come to my house and eat it. That's the way I look at it. No problem, Edwin. No problem at all. Carol, you want to jump on? It's up to you. Um, yeah, Carol's a good one for sure. Me, I don't know. If I'm cooking a big meal, I'm staying in my kitchen. I'm staying where I gotta be. I'm not transferring no food. Not gonna happen. How did everybody else's Thanksgiving go? I ate at about 4 o'clock. Fell asleep for about a half an hour. And then I went into work the whole night. So I worked another 10 hours on Thanksgiving night. So I was off the night before, but it's not the same. You'll be doing it again Christmas Eve. Or are they gonna come to your house this time, or are you gonna are you gonna they're gonna come to you at Christmas, or are you still going to them? You have to start charging gas money. Go Bills. Yeah, this is one of the DJ weddings. So when they give away their the favors at weddings and stuff. So this is my the wedding I did on October 11th, and Steph and Tony were giving out Buffalo Bills themed koozies. So I get a lot of free swag when I do weddings and stuff. So it's pretty fun. There you go, Carol. There you go. He hit it on the head there. He hit it on the head for sure. You're gonna have to start charging gas money, materials, ingredients. What do you get out of it, Carol? Anything? I hope you get a good Christmas gift out of it for everybody. Yeah, guys, if I'm slow with the free merit stuff, forgive me. I'm still pretty green at it. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. But there is something I want to try again. Um, hey, Carol, were you on here last time with us when I was showing the video of my old TV? Were you on for that? Carol, let me know. Because I know I played it on Just Chillins the other night. Alright, so maybe I wonder if I can bring that up again. I'm going to try to play that again. So if you guys look behind me, that is artwork by my daughter. It's a Christmas theme artwork. She's 10. She loves to draw. She does a good job. Um, hang on, I'll show you something else she just drew. Yeah, so my 10-year-old drew this for Halloween. Oh, nice. That's a cool memory. Yeah, she does alright. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, Cino's got good videos, man. Tells it like it is. Tells it like it is. So what else is going on, guys? Let me, I want to try to see if I can pull that up. Oh, God. So, trying to... Guys, I'm going to turn the camera off 1 minute because I want to try to do something real quick. But, yeah. Talk it up in the chat. I'll be right there. Alright, so I'm going to try this. I don't remember exactly how I did this last time, so bear with me. Alright, I think this is how you do it. So, this is me disposing of an old TV when I had my pizzeria. It was a long time ago, actually, and I was a lot heavier than I am now, so I'm just going to put that disclaimer. Oh no, what did I do? Can you guys see? Oh, crap, I think I did it wrong. Oh, it's a funny video. Oh, here we go. Alright guys, you ready? I think Mike, you saw this too. I think you were here for this. There we go. Ready? Now I'm throwing a red brick. So I used to be a baseball player. I used to pitch, so I still got a decent arm actually. But yeah, that's my old TV lined up against the dumpster there, and then I kind of just cleaned it into the dumpster. So here we go. In the stretch. I was sick of changing the bulbs in that stupid TV, so I finally just went out and bought another one. Not bad. I knew I only had one try, so so what do you guys think? If I tried to do that now, I'd probably throw my shoulder completely out of it. I'd probably destroy myself. My son and I, he plays baseball and stuff still, and football for that matter. And if I go and play catch with him, I gotta like do a bunch of warm ups. Like I have like so much scar tissue in my shoulder. Like I gotta get loose. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough throwing now. It's tough doing anything now. Disaster. Yeah, Mike. I don't. What's it called? Yeah, I don't. I'm glad I figured out how to do that. I don't. I don't know. I'll play it. I'll just spontaneously play it here and there. Hang on, I gotta pull that back up. That was recorded so long ago. I think it was 2011 um, when that was recorded. Yeah, I'll tell you in a second here. Uh, 11 years ago. So what's 11 years ago? 2012 or 2011. Let me get this loaded up just so I could have it ready again. There we go. But you gotta watch the ice. Being in Buffalo, uh, all that snow we got is gone. So all that 7 foot of snow, we had uh, warm temperatures, and it rained. It rained a lot actually over the last week, and that the however you want to say it, the creeks, the cricks, they're all flowing and flooding, and the snow's gone. All that snow, all that national headline news, all that snow's gone. I think I have from the plow truck in front of my house. I think I got like a tiny little pile. That's it. Um, yeah, so it's but we'll get pounded again. The snow can lay off for another few weeks. We got some moving to do it. Okay, that's new. All right, my back, guys. Can you? Okay, I got it going on my cell phone underneath me here. So we're back. I don't know what happened there. I think my son's done playing his game, so maybe he's not taking up much. So what else is going on? Anyone feel like coming on? You haven't 45 years. That's right, Edwin. You were in New York for a while, right? Yeah, I see. Probably more snow in one season than a lot of people do in a lifetime. It's So I grew up actually in Orchard Park, where that's who got the most snow. I think it was over 70 inches of snow, or 7 feet, anyways. Uh, what's it called? And so I'm used to that at some point. I mean, it always sucks no matter what, because there's a lot of shoveling, and sometimes you got to wait days for the plow truck to come. They got to bring in the National Guard. Actually, people from a cruise from Rochester actually came this time and helped out, so that was actually really good. But we moved probably about a half an hour outside of that town now, so we get snow still here, but nothing like the South towns. Nothing even close. I lived about a half a mile from the Bills Stadium, so when I was smaller, a lot of the games didn't sell out because the Bills sucked back then. So after like the third quarter, if it wasn't sold out, they would actually open the gates of the stadium up, and you could just walk right in. So we were like 10, 11 years old, just walking in and going to see the rest of the games. But try that now, it's not going to end well for you. But now they're building right across the street from where the Bills Stadium is now. They're actually building. They're knocking down Erie Community College. They're knocking that completely down, and they're building that whole gigantic $1 billion stadium on those grounds. So they still didn't put a dome on it, which is there's pros and cons. So hey, Jason T, how you doing? Thanks for coming in, man. You live in Canada? Oh, okay. You live in Canada 8 months? Yeah. Yep. Same here. I mean, we get all 4 seasons here, so it's kind of cool. You know what I mean? I don't like the heat too much anymore, so the summer's nice, but when it comes and goes, it doesn't bother me. Born and raised in the Bronx. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. My dad was 3 years old when in 1955, Edwin. And you're still working, Edwin? Shouldn't you be long retired, man? Enjoying the golden years. Do you get it as bad as Buffalo? What's real? I mean, I know we get the. I forget where you say you were again, but you're in Canada. But do you get that lake effect snow too? Because that's what it rolls right off the lake, and we just get pummeled with snow at least a few times a year. But every once in a while, I think we get them snows overnight that are 5 feet. I literally went into work when it was starting to snow, so I drove into Buffalo and it was starting. I think I posted a short when we had like 3 inches of snow or whatever, and then literally stayed to work for 11 hours that night, and I cleaned my car off. And when I drove out, it was still blizzarding, and I got about 5 minutes down the throughway, um, and it was crystal clear. My house got about 3 inches, well, a little more, about 6 inches, but that's not much. But um, yeah, right, Carol. Well, I don't know because I'm probably never gonna retire. So I'm probably never gonna retire. I don't. I'd be too stir crazy. I get cabin fever easily. I'm used to being on the move. Oh, Hamilton. Okay, yeah, yeah. You're real close, man. That's why you know about Tim Hortons. That's where it originated up there, right around there. We went to the Hockey Hall of Fame a few years ago. That was actually fun. We stayed overnight. I think one night in Toronto, and got to see the Hockey Hall of Fame. We ate at Wayne Gretzky's restaurant. That was actually pretty cool. Um, ate at the Wahlburgers. That's when the Wahlburgers restaurant first started. Um, that was actually pretty cool. I don't know what the hype is. There's just an ordinary burger for me. It wasn't nothing that stuck out. I cooked that on my grill. Yep, Tim Hortons from Hamilton. Yep. Yeah, I had a large double double when I took my daughter to her horseback riding lesson this morning, and I didn't sleep a lot last night, so I wanted espresso in it, and they said their machine or whatever was broke, so large double double it was. I was on the phone with Thindu the other day. He lives real close to me, and we were just shooting the shit, and he was going through Tim Hortons as we were on the phone, and I think he got like 4 sugars and 3 creams or something. It was something crazy. He took a lot. I just had to laugh. I tease him about it, and I know his geezer ass is probably sleeping right now. So I hear Edwin. I think I'm on the same path, man. I think I'm on the same path. I'm not. I don't think I'll ever retire. I've always had a second stream income, or I've been in business for myself besides working since I was 24. So it's about 18 years now, actually. Just turned 42. So um, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna. My side business now I don't want to do forever, but if my kids want to take it over or learn how to do it, I can just help them right along with it too. So God knows I got enough equipment. Yeah, man. I don't know when that's gonna be, to be honest. I got my enhanced license, so I can get over the border easily. But we haven't been to Canada since pre-virus, so we weren't allowed there for a while. So, so I'm literally like 15 minutes, not even from Niagara Falls. So we usually try to go there, once or twice a year just to sightsee and walk around. There was actually made the news. There was a car that got stuck right at the edge of the falls, right before, like literally like 5 feet before the falls went down. There was a car stuck there, um, and they had to bring in a helicopter and get the people out. I think one passed away and the other made it out alive. It was pretty incredible. You could probably go on here and search it, and they'll show news coverage of the helicopter actually going in and lowering in and getting the person out. I think did the car of Niagara Falls, did it eventually go over the falls? They didn't get it out, right? Yeah, I think it wanted. I think it was. I don't think there's anything more powerful enough to drag it out of that current, that water. You go there, you're done. Niagara Falls is definitely scary. We went to Niagara Falls in our limousine after prom my senior year, and there was some idiot that was he was from a different school or whatever, and he wound up going by the river, where the rapids are, right before the falls, and he was like, "Oh, guys, I'm gonna put my foot in." I said, "You go in there, goodbye." I said, "Because there ain't none of us coming in after you. No way." Because anyway, if all 10 of us jumped in, we'd all died. That's how powerful. It's absolutely amazing how powerful those falls are. It's unbelievable. Um, so he could have, if he would have went in there, sayonara. No, it's probably cruel to say, but that ain't happening. You're not coming out of there. And then there was some guy, I saw a video actually. There was some guy who died in the falls. Um, he was trying to raise awareness for the homeless, and so he's from California, and he took a jet ski. Like he like raced cars and stuff, so he souped up this jet ski and he got in by the water authority. That's where he went in the river and went down. And when he went toward the falls, as soon as he went over, he was going to pull his chute and parachute down into the gorge there. And his chute never worked, so he just literally shot off with the jet ski and went straight down. And when he came up from the bottom, they thought he was swimming, but he was just getting rolled over by the current. It was crazy. I think that was in 1995. You remember that? What's real? Do you remember that? It was fairly recent. Let me look that up because you can look up his name. I think I looked it up earlier actually. So his name was Robert Overracker. So it's like, uh, so there he goes. His parachute never went. And that was it. That was it. Isn't that crazy? Just set of balls on him, man. I've done 155 miles an hour on a motorcycle, but I wouldn't dare go near the falls. No way. I learned my lesson on that motorcycle, and I never rode again. I got lucky. I got a big scar across my stomach from the guardrail, so that was it for me, man. Yeah, yeah. The American side of the falls is kind of a dump now. It's bad. Like there's so many nice attractions around there, but you gotta literally drive through like the ghetto to get there. I do a lot of gigs in Niagara Falls over the summer, and you gotta drive through some sketchy neighborhoods to get there. And uh, there's I think it's Rapids Theater or whatever. It's in a really bad neighborhood, and like and where they make you unload my equipment to get into the venue. It's in an alley. It's a little dicey, you know. Usually have a few people come out with you when you load back up. So I appreciate that, Edwin. Yeah, my parents were always hard workers and always were brutal truth. Well, at least my father, he was always brutal truth with me. My mom didn't really baby me either. You know, we didn't grow up with a ton of money or anything like that. You know, my dad came home dirty every day from construction, and you know, basically taught me how to not to, to not be afraid to get my hands dirty, and I don't. So, oh, we got spam. I made it. We got spam. Can you guys take care of that? I don't think I know the proper way to get rid of that. Or I see it on mine, but I don't see it on the. I see it on mine, but I see it on StreamYard here, but I don't see it on. I don't see it. Let me see here. What do I do with this? I guess I'm just gonna leave it because you guys can't see it. Or did someone get that? Oh, there it is. Thanks, Carol. Thank you, Carol. Carol pulled out the 50 cal sniper rifle and got him. Carol took him out. Thanks, Carol. Carol was waiting. So what else is going on, guys? Yeah, yeah, Niagara Falls. I hear, and maybe What's Real can reassure this, but I hear the Canadian side, the falls is way better. It's more kept up, nice, and it's a better tourist attraction to go to. So is this guy? Did he move to Vegas? Jason T? Did that guy that you're talking about? Does he live in Vegas right now? Because I think I know who he is. Yeah, I'm really curious about this, Jason, because that name, uh, he's a friend of mine. Actually, I know him well. Hmm. I think that's not him then. He lives out in Vegas now. I don't think he had anything to do with the media. Same name though. Same name. Yeah, if anybody wants to come up, feel free. Mike in Buffalo. There's a lot of Mikes in Buffalo. So do you? No. Okay, never mind. That's not who I'm thinking of. Hang on one sec, guys. Okay, sorry. Hang on, guys. I gotta say goodnight. Hang on. Not to you guys, but hang on. All right, guys. Sorry, I'm back. Everybody's going to bed. So I had to say goodnight. Protest for what? I'm behind. I'm nocturnal, so I don't hardly watch news. Kind of on purpose too. What's going on, Nunzio? How you doing, man? Thanks for coming in. We just chopping it up a little bit. Not a ton of people in here, but we're having good conversation. It's cool. Which phone charger? Yeah, it's right here. It's called Union Protest. Huh. Like truckers? Drivers? Hey, K Goody, what's up? How you doing? Thanks for coming in, man. I think this is a new name. I'm not sure if I know you, man, but thanks. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, what's real? We get asparagus at my work, asparagus and carrots from Canada, and they're always missing a case off of the top of each pallet when they comes in, because when they go through customs, they got to show all the agents or whatever what they're bringing in on the truck. So each one of the pallets, when they bring in either tomatoes or carrots or parsnips or beets, whatever it is, they have to show one case of each pallet of each item they're bringing on that tractor trailer in across the border uh, to customs. It's kind of neat. But then again, sometimes our product is delayed because they get held up at the border, either with them or for somebody else. So You heading out, Edwin? And the same thing goes with like food from California. I mean, it's has been looking great. Sometimes, yep, that's true, John Gio. They definitely do. Um, they gotta get weighed a lot, actually. Um, wherever they go, and what's cool about our computer system at my job is, like, they know what every single case of whatever weighs. So whatever pallet you build, there's an automatic weight that gets put into the system, and then when they put the run together, whether it's 3 or 4 stops or one stop, they have a total weight that it should be, but they still got to get weighed. And it's funny. I When I started working there, I knew how to operate most equipment, but I had to get refreshed on the forklift. So the third week I was there, I don't know if anybody here operates forklifts, or you go into a pallet when it's turned, not when it's turned sideways, and they have brown pallets and they have what's called a Shep pallet, which is like a blue pallet. It's real heavy duty, weighs a lot more. So they have smaller. The brown pallets have smaller little holes where the forks go in. So I went into the pallet, and when I went to bring it off the truck, I hit the dock plate with the tire, and the whole 144 cases of clamshell. There's 12 clamshell, 1 pound clamshells in each of these 144 cases, tipped forward in slow motion, and there was grape tomatoes all over the back of the truck. It took me 2 hours to clean it up. And when I called my boss and told him what happened, he said, "Welcome aboard." He goes, "We've all done it." So yeah, I was scared I was gonna get fired right away because I dumped it, but I've seen him do it now. When he's in a hurry and he starts dragging stuff off the trucks, I've seen him actually dump a couple pallets of product right in the garbage. Right in the garbage. See you later. Yeah, so I dropped that, and then I also dropped. We got these new forklifts, and they're real finicky. And actually, when I went to lift up it was on the third rack, so it was way up. And when I got in with the forks, I lifted up, and the pallet broke. So the pallet literally, 20 something feet in the air, broke in half, and 50 bags of 50-pound onions fell down. It was unbelievable. It was just my boss basically just said, "No one got hurt, right? No. Everything okay? You didn't damage nothing? No. Okay, throw them out." And that was it. So as long as no one gets hurt, and you didn't do it on purpose. And the big thing there is, when accidents happen, take ownership for it. You know what I mean? Because we had a guy. He was driving with his forks up for some reason, and he went through one of the. There's, like, different doors that go in each cooler. You can run through each cooler, and he went through with the forks up, and he just blasted the wall. I mean, literally took the wall out, and he never owned up to it, and they fired him. You know, they got rid of him, and it's a good paying job. It's a steady job. It's a secure job, and yeah, he got fired because he didn't want to own up to it. Yeah, forklifts, and the thing is too is a lot of the our floors are wet because a lot of stuff comes in iced up and it melts, and yeah, forklifts can get real dicey. It's you never you got to treat it, you got to respect it more or less. But the I think the most anxiety I've got at my new job is, well, I've been there 2 years now, but so onions come in from California, and they come in on a flatbed with no walls, so it's just tarps. And I'm sure you've seen this stuff with different product on the throughway. It could be anything. You can haul anything, and they throw tarps over them. And so they take the tarps off, and you drive off the dock, and there's no walls. So you literally got to stay on that you literally got to stay on that trailer and try to take and back up. Like, you're in wide open air, and you got to take these pallets of onions and back up back into the warehouse with them, and you can't make a mistake, or you're going over off the ledge off to the side. You're done. I don't care. I don't give a shit if you're buckled in or not. You're not walking away unscratched on that one. Uh, Edwin, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, and that's no matter what. Uh, no matter if it comes from Florida, California, wherever, the quality is bad. I don't want to say bad, but it's not where it was a year ago from today. You can get a head of lettuce that's real, firm and thick and like a mini basketball, and then you can get something that you could literally just crunch in your hands. And so, getting a lot of complaints and stuff with these with some of our customers, but that's where it's coming in all over the place. I have so many relatives and friends in the food industry, and it's the same all over. But that's part of our job is when that stuff comes in, we have to open up multiple cases on every pallet and do an inspection. And if it's bad or if it's not as good a quality or whatever, we have to sign into a program and take pictures, and then that goes to our salesperson who forwards that to the buyers, and they try to work all that out. It's a process, believe it or not, and I'd like to say I have one job when I go into work, but I probably have about 10 or 15 of them. So it's all it's crazy. But the good thing is it moves pretty fast, and I listen to all the content creators on here more or less. There's some I don't listen to anymore, but there's a lot that I still do, and it gets me through the night. If I didn't work overnights, I probably wouldn't know any of you guys. Perhaps you had to tilt the forks there. Yeah, so there's these new forklifts that they got in, and they go a lot higher than the other ones, and they're just, I mean, it was literally like the second week we got those forklifts. It was my fault, totally. I shouldn't have broke the pallet in half. You know what I mean? I wasn't in far enough. So, but now when you go into the pallet and it gets stuck. So you just got to figure it out, And that's the thing. They raise a lot of their racks at work too now. So you're going higher up with the lift, and uh, I'm not the only one who dumped something. So I might have been one of the first, but I'm not the only one who dumped them. So one guy, so you kind of got to do like a 3-point turn to go into the rack against the wall. And the one guy thought he can swing out wide and go in, and he put a fork right through the wall and out the other side. Stupid ass. That I wouldn't do. I wouldn't. You know, I've done some dumb shit, but I would know. I know better to try that. I pretty much fly under the radar at work, which is nice because I only work with like 3 or 4 guys. The day shifts got a lot more people on it. So, and we had about 4 stuck semis in our parking lot a couple weeks ago when we had that snow. It was our loaders had to pull a lot of people out. I wish maybe I can pull it up on my phone, but I pulled into work the other day. Now, mind you, the snow's pretty much gone except for all the snowbanks that were plowed. And I don't know if the guy, I don't know how he could have lost control of his car. I don't know what he did, how he did it, but he shot up the snowbank and got stuck. I'll see if I can show you guys this. So when I pulled into work the other night, this is what I pulled into. See that guy? He drove all the way up. He shot up that, and you could see the snow. You could see the snow in front of it on the ground where that's shot off the mountain there. But yeah, so I'll go to the next picture. Stupid light. So that back tire is literally in the air. The way I took the picture, it looks like it's resting on that snow, but that tire is hanging. There's nothing under it. So, and there was like multiple people in the car, and I drove up and asked if they were okay, and he said he was fine. And when I went into the office, I said, you got somebody coming? He said, yeah. So I went into my office, and by the time I looked back out the window, the police were there, and by the time I looked again, the car was gone. So, and it was like a brand new, I think it was like a Nissan Rogue. It was brand new, beautiful car, and that undercarriage has got to be smoked. It's got to be gone. But like he literally must have crossed the center line and went through at least 30, 40 feet of grass and shot up that snowbank. It's unbelievable how people can do that. It's unbelievable how people. Hey MB, how you doing? Just killing a few hours. I can't go to bed yet. I can't. I'm on vacation to move my house this week, but I can't try to go to bed now because I'll be up in about 2 hours. So I saw your show ended, and I put up for it, put in, and not really much people on other than that. But how's Joe doing? I texted him a couple days ago, see how things are going. He's got it tough over there. I'm glad you caught it too. Having a pretty good conversation. We were talking about Niagara Falls and my work, and um, yeah, it's been fun. It's been a pretty lively chat too. Just going really good. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. I didn't know what was going to happen. It shows I have 9 people in here. It's my world record. Yeah, actually, I posted last night. I did a photo booth for a couple hours at it's called the Barrel Factory in South Buffalo. It's actually really cool. They actually build barrels there. So one part of the building, they're building wooden barrels, probably for whiskey and whatnot. And then they had a restaurant, and then they have a giant ballroom. It's really nice there. Uh, no, I did a couple of them, but I put them on private, just because they a lot of dead air and stuff like that. The last time I was on was the night before Thanksgiving, and me, Carol, and Yankees were chatting it up, and I was showing a slide of a pizza I made, and at the very end, I said, "Now you know how to make my last name pizza." So I kind of doxed myself. So I didn't know if I should leave it up or not. Not that I'm some big channel and people are gonna come looking for me, but you just never know. And I don't really care anyways. Some of the people who cause the most trouble know my name, so I'm not that worried about it. It's already out there. Yeah, I don't know how to edit videos. Maybe you can tell me. I can slice that part of that video out and then I'd put it back up. But yeah, I'd probably need to edit it out, probably like 3 or 4 minutes out of it. Grambino, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming in. Oh, Mike F said we had 10 in chat earlier. Oh my God, I'm famous. This is just fun. This is cool. Like I said, I'll probably do this late at night all the time. When I get out of my gigs that I do, or like I said, everybody's usually asleep by now in my house, so I stay up till 3, 4 in the morning on the weekends. Anyways, I don't break my sleep cycle. YouTube has video editor again. Okay. All right. Cool. I will. Because I would like to put that one up. It was actually, we actually had really good conversation, but it was like literally within the last 20 minutes, I did that, and then I was like, oh shit, here we go. I can't believe it was a PowerPoint. It's a bunch of slides I was showing how to make my white pizza, and the very last slide I forgot that it had that because I didn't look at that PowerPoint in years. I made it for all my neighbors because I always make pizza for them. So Instead of them calling me all the time, I made a PowerPoint for them so they can make the pizza themselves. So yeah, yeah, that's the thing. Like I used just a regular riding power jack, and I used a cherry picker. So you basically put a harness on and you raise up with the machine with the pallet behind you. But I never used a forklift before my current job. So, with the forklift, the forks go up in the air. My old job, I would go up in the air with the pallet. So you'd go up on that third deck and lift a case of something off. Like I used to work for a pharmaceutical warehouse. So if you would lift a case of IV fluids or something, that stuff's like 50, 60 pounds. And, you're lifting multiple, cases off the rack there and putting them on the back of the cherry picker there, and you're wobbling in the air. It gets a little sketchy. It gets crazy. Um, so it was kind of nice to use the forklift so I don't got to go that high in the air anymore. So it was a good change. But other than that, I haven't really used any real heavy machinery, like construction machinery at all, ever. My dad knows how to use all that stuff. I don't. And, for those who come in or whatever, Thindu actually worked with my father for years before my dad retired. They were in the same union. They worked a lot of jobs together and stuff. So that's how me and Thindu hit it off. I'm off this week from work, so I'm gonna try to meet up with him and do a Tim Hortons run. And B, are you looking at this? I think your dad's rubbing off on you, mangling names. Your family owned a pizza store. You hated it. You probably hated it because your family owned it. Um, I opened mine when I was 24 years old. Actually, I just turned 25 when I opened mine. I opened mine in 2005, and I wound up selling everything in 2013. I got out. I had a certain family member ruin it for me, and I just my heart wasn't in it. My mind wasn't in it no more. I was done. I was cooked. I went and got a different job and sold the place. I was done. It affected everything. It was affecting my marriage, affecting everything. I was done. Killed myself for 8 years for nothing. It was a great experience. It was cool. I learned a lot. Um, but I enjoy making pizza for my friends, family, and at my house. Chicken wings too. Yeah, I'm in Buffalo. Yep, I'm in one of the burbs right outside of the city of Buffalo. But yeah, I can get in the car and be in Buffalo, the city of Buffalo, in 5 minutes. Hey Amber, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, anybody wants to talk about anything, let me know. I'm just kind of shooting from the hip here. I had no agenda today coming in. Oh, it's the worst. Yeah, that's the worst. That or when you spin out in like water, that's the worst. Because at some point you're not gonna be able to control that because there's so much momentum and weight that there's nothing you can humanly do to stop it from going over or whatever. Oh, no problem, Amber. No problem at all. Happy you guys are here. It's cool. Like I said, I'm probably not gonna do this too often. It's just something fun, just messing around with it. Yeah, Yeah, Jason, that cherry picker, man, that thing is scary. That thing's no fun. The good thing is you're clipped in a harness, all over the place. So worst come to worst, if you fall off, you're dangling in the air for a little while until someone comes to get you. But yeah, I mean, I've had stuff, if someone, and that's the thing that's kind of sucks too, is when someone loads stuff into the racks and they hit a box going in, like in the back of the pallet, you don't see it. So when you go into the pallet to bring it out, that box comes down and it can come right over the top of you. I mean, yeah, you got a cage up there, but you can get smacked with stuff. I had a case of asparagus blow out all over me. There's asparagus all over my shirt, my coat, all over the ground, everything, because some asshole didn't put it up right. But it happens. It's okay. We're glad you're awake now. Glad you're here. Thanks for being here. I'm glad you're awake. Stay off the shit. It's no good. Drugs are bad, okay? It's easy, okay? Yeah, that yeah, they knocked that down. I remember, I remember the memorial, the auditorium. Remember going to like the circus and like Sabres games way, way back. I think I went to like a wrestling event there too. Um, but yeah, that's long gone. They got the KeyBank Center up now. Yeah, yep. My dad used to like when he would plow in the winter. My cousin had a trucking company, and there's a Ford plant near us in Buffalo. There's a Ford. It's gigantic, and they got the contract for plowing, so they had a lot of loaders out there doing that all night long. That's how my dad used to make extra money. Oh God, yeah, that was that's scary, man. It's the stuff weighs so much, and they're so powerful, and there's so much momentum. It's so easy to get hurt. I actually I was on just a riding pallet jack a few months back, and I was going over like this little, I don't know, part of the floor where the drain was, and there's like a little hole, and I think that's to get the drain flap up, and my steering wheel just caught it right, and the thing jackknifed the steering arm of the pallet jack, jackknifed into my hip, and it literally threw me probably 10 feet. Like I was literally like sprinting backwards, out of control. I couldn't control myself, and the only thing that caught me was a standing pallet of eggplant, and I hit my hand. I don't know if you could see the scar here. Yeah, there it is. It used to be much bigger, but my hand blew up like a grapefruit from smacking the pallet. But that's what stopped me, and I went and got my hand checked out. I had to get X-rays on my hand and my hip because. But I finished the night of work. Finished the night of work. I it was brutal, man, and I worked the next day too. Like I should have took some days off, but I had a gigantic bruise on my leg for months. That steel arm just blasted me. I couldn't even control it. That's how fast it happened. It's easy to get hurt with that stuff. And I'm probably about 10 years experience with this stuff now, and anything can happen. I don't give a shit who you are, how much experience you have. Anything could happen. And I was going slow. I was doing maybe a mile an hour too, just driving up to the pallet to break it down. I wasn't doing nothing crazy. Hang on one sec, guys. I appreciate it, Edwin. I'd like to think I'm a little more calmer than Jimmy Fallon. He's He's a little bit wacky. He's a little bit high strung. I mean, I get that's part of his shtick, but I he's all right. I liked him at first. It was different, but I don't know. He got a little old for me. Plus, I don't really watch that much TV anyway. So I want to learn how to do like pull up some pictures and stuff and videos of the weddings and stuff that I did, like the people dancing and stuff like that. I got all the videos on my cell phone. I just don't know how to put them onto the laptop to upload it onto this stuff because I got some really cool shit that I could show you guys of some of the wedding receptions I DJ'd and like photo booth stuff and like some funny pictures and stuff like that too. It's crazy because I use, if anybody's seen some of my community posts, I use an open air photo booth, so everything's wide open. So, so when I had the enclosure where you go in and people do their thing, I would have to delete all these pictures at the end of the night of people's private parts. You know what I mean? Just because that's not what I wanted to give my clients at the very end of the night. Because I give them a jump drive, all their, all the pictures that were taken during the night and stuff like that. And I don't. That's not what I wanted to give it. So now I just got a backdrop and it's wide open so people don't show off their goods. You know, it was yeah. I've seen a lot of shit at weddings. I'm sure all you have too, but me, all I do is basically, I mean, obviously you play the music and I MC, I'm on the microphone, this and that, but for most of the night, you people watch. So you kind of like follow the stories around as people go. You overhear people talking, um, drunk people coming up and asking me to play a stupid song that's going to kill your dance floor. That's always fun. Um, you know, I learned my lesson with that. Now I just put a piece of paper out and let them write on it because people come right in your face and they're drunk and they're spitting in your face. And, ugh. I'm not a germaphobe, but I don't need some drunk asshole spitting in my face trying to play a stupid song that's going to ruin my dance floor. Oop, really? I never heard that. It sure as hell doesn't taste like Tim Hortons coffee. I'll tell you that much. I hate McDonald's coffee. It's garbage. I mean, I don't know. I drink a lot of energy drinks, which is not good. Um, but uh, McDonald's coffee is disgusting, in my opinion. And Dunkin' Donuts is okay, but there ain't nothing like Tim Hortons. I'm surprised they don't got a location at the end of my driveway. They're everywhere. They're even on opposite corners just because like it's hard to get to one or the other. So they put them on opposite corners around here. It's unbelievable. They got them in hospitals. They got them in the uh, uh, they just got some random Tim Hortons like on the side of the thruway. Like they're everywhere, and they're all gold mines. There's not one of them that I've never seen come and go. There's not one Tim Hortons around in this area that I've seen open up and close. It's I've seen a lot of Dunkin' Donuts come around here. A lot of other like franchises like Papa John's. Their pizza sucks, so they're gone. You know, Domino's, they're holding strong, but I think their pizza's disgusting. Um, who else? Pizza Hut. So we had a ton of Pizza Huts, and they always seem to do well. And then now they're just popping up. Um, they're just popping up randomly now, and they're just takeout. You can't dine in there anymore. And Little Caesars, you can't beat a Little Caesar pizza for $8 on the fly if you can't pack a lunch or whatever. No one like Johnny Carson. Yeah, I was too young to really get into him. Don't drink energy; they will give you. Oh, so I had one. I had a kidney stone a couple years ago. I woke up and I've never had them before. My sister's got plenty of them. I woke up one day and it felt like somebody. Sorry, I'm gonna get a little graphic here. but it felt like Hulk Hogan kicked me in the balls and then stepped on my kidneys. That's how much pain it was. I never experienced pain like that in my life. It was brutal, and I was like wincing and this and that. My daughter woke up. It was only me and my daughter at home. My son was at my parents. My wife was at work, and I didn't know what was going on. So I literally called my sister. She goes, "Yeah." She goes, "I guarantee you're probably passing kidney stone." And I called my neighbor and I said, "Your daughter needs to come watch my daughter, and you need to take me to the hospital." So I had to wait there. They kept me in the waiting room for almost an hour, just uncontrollable pain. It was brutal. And then they gave me some good stuff, and uh, they I don't know checked me out. And it was a small stone, believe it or not. It wasn't nothing that they had to like break apart or anything. So they basically sent me home with drugs and a strainer to pee in to see if I can see it when it passes. So that was fun. I don't wish that pain on anybody. I don't give a shit who they are, my worst enemy. I don't wish that pain on no one. That was rough. That was terrible. I ugh, no good. And one of the questions that I did ask there, Amber, was, I mean, I drink like one energy drink per shift. I don't drink them every single day, but when I go to work, I have one before I go out on the floor. Um, and I asked specifically because that's what my wife said. She goes, "You drink them damn energy drinks. That's what's giving you these stones." I heard it here, and the two doctors that were in my room said that they don't believe that that's what caused it. So, um, you know, it's who knows? I haven't got one since. Knock on wood. Um, I heard that if you drink lemon water, that keeps them away, keeps them from forming. I don't know. I was drinking lemon water like it was my job for a while, and then I kind of fell off of that. And then for a while, I switched to straight coffee, and then slowly but surely, I eased my way back into drinking energy drinks. And I'm not proud of it. The wife still yells at me. I gotta stop. I gotta stop again. All right, I'm behind on the comments here. Let me go up. Yeah. I don't know. I hate waiting for it. I hate waiting to make it. I don't know. I just either buy a can of Monster at work or I have them. But I they had all coffee machines in my work and stuff. So now that it's cold out, I'll drink more coffee. How is that possible, Carol? How is that possible? Was it coming over the venue speakers? Did the DJ leave his microphone in the bathroom? I don't know how that can even be possible or legal or I don't know. I've never heard that before. I did karaoke at my friend's bar one night, and I stepped away to go to the bathroom, and I hear this girl mangling, destroying a song, and then all of a sudden my music cut out. So I thought someone was messing with my stuff, and when I got out of the bathroom, there was about 20 people fighting out in the street, and about 10 Buffalo police came with the quickness. They were there real fast, and the good thing with my friend, the bar owner, I taught him what to do on some of my equipment just in case, you know, I was in the bathroom or whatever, if he needed to shut it off or do whatever. So he's the one who killed the music. And yeah, like I said, I literally left for like 2 minutes, and then there was like a melee outside. He's since sold that bar and moved to a different restaurant and rebuilt the whole thing, put a couple million in the place. And if you guys watched any of my videos, that 28-inch pizza that I made, that was in his new restaurant. It's a gorgeous restaurant. Oh yeah, you know who's lonely at weddings. Or at least I do. So tell me this, Jason. If you go to McDonald's tomorrow, is the coffee going to taste like Tim Hortons? Have you noticed it? Because I can't see it. I can't see it happening. Domino's more. Yeah, I, me and my wife. This before I ever DJ'd or did whatever, but we went to this wedding and she stood up in the wedding. So I sat with all the people whose wives or husbands stood up in the wedding. So we got to drink um, all through dinner while the rest of the place couldn't. And we got it on that night. It was, man, I don't know, but we went to a hotel. We rented a room afterwards, and it was like 1, 2 in the morning. And I said, "What's open around here?" And they said, "Oh, you can order from Domino's." I said, "Deal, hot pizza. All right, let's do it." And I was smashed, and I couldn't eat that food. The chicken wings. That's when they first started coming out with chicken wings. The chicken wings, like they boiled them in water and put hot sauce on them. It was disgusting. I threw it out, threw it all away. Went just passed out, I guess. It was. I haven't eaten Domino's since. I won't. Disgusting. No thanks. Hey Purple, how you doing? What's happening? Thanks for coming by. Yeah, they're that deep now. I have to go buy a Tim Hortons to bring my daughter to school in the mornings, and sometimes I gotta take an alternate route because the line is just so long, and you can't even get around. You can't even go around them in the other lanes. They're out of their minds. Starbucks is starting to get that way too around here, but Tim Hortons is worse. Yeah, Chris, it's another franchise, Krispy Kremes. You can get them now in like a gas station here and there, but they had a lot of stores going on too, and you can't find them around here anymore. Trying to think of other franchises that have come and gone. Really? Hmm. Well, you know what? I mean, uh, up in Canada, that's where it originated. So I don't know. Maybe we'll get sick of it after 7 years too. Who knows? But I don't. Like I said, I was on Just Chillins in his chat yesterday night, and I said it's like cracking a cup. I don't know what they put in the cream or the sugar when they, but man, it's good. It's good stuff. And like I said, I'm not a big coffee person at all. But Tim Hortons is actually pretty good. I will drink that. I'll go out of my way for it. But then you got to get the Timbits, and you got to get, my kids like the chocolate chip muffins, and their donuts are actually not bad. Their breakfast sandwiches can use work, in my opinion. I don't really care for their breakfast sandwiches too much, but when you're hungry, you'll eat it. Oh no, Amber, are we still on the kidney stones? I think I might have missed a couple of your comments. Let me look up here. Oh yeah, Carol. I don't know how that could have happened. Oh, okay. Your hubby had a few, and he couldn't pass them. Yeah, my sister got them real bad too, and they had to like I don't know if they used like a laser or something, and they busted apart, and like it's like fragments, and then you can pass them easier. That's like I said, you know, I've crashed a motorcycle at 70 miles an hour, and I almost got cut in half by a guardrail being an idiot. And I feel like my pain threshold's pretty high, but man, that knocked me. That just that was brutal. That was absolutely brutal. Okay, yeah. So yeah, they must have hit him. What is it? I think it's like a laser or something. Yeah, when I try to cook at home all the time, I basically work, wake up, cook for everybody, chill out for a minute, and then go back to work. My wife's a good cook too, so but we try to cook as much as possible. But with different lessons and my son being in school sports and stuff like that, sometimes you gotta get quick stuff. Sucks, and it's getting more expensive. Uh, McDonald's is like a $50 bill almost now for a family of four. I might be shooting low on that. But the good thing is my kids don't drink pop or soda. They don't. My wife's a dental hygienist, and she's pretty crazy about their stuff that they can give them cavities. My Both of my kids have never had pop ever. They tried it and didn't like it. Hmm. Second cup, is that, are they got storefronts? Is that a new Canada coffee? Or there's um there's a lot of little coffee shops popping up all over. That's kind of, excuse me. That's starting to get pretty popular. And the breweries, I don't know where you guys all live or whatnot, but there's breweries popping up everywhere. We got breweries opening up in every vacant warehouse. People come, they come and try the different beers. And there's a million breweries around me now. Me, I like cheap beer. I don't like IPAs that much. I'm not into it. All my neighbors around me are like beer snobs, and I can't contribute to that conversation. I just don't. They start talking and comparing their cans and bottles. It's not me. My daughter is 10. My son's 14. It's good, Edwin, man. She's blessed to have you, man. That's good. Yeah, same here. But that's the only way you can get Krispy Kreme around here is in gas stations. So if you guys are ever in Buffalo, or you can even look this up online, Paula's Donuts. Look up Paula's Donuts. There's 3 locations around here. It's a heart attack donut. It's like a donut on steroids. It's They're so bad but so good. If you can get through one of those donuts, you're gonna want to like fast for a few days, or you're not gonna want to touch sugar. It, they're brutal, but they're so good. They're so good. But yeah, check out Paula's Donuts online. That place is unbelievable. And it was just a little tiny little shop and exploded. She just basically started making donuts and pastries and stuff that were just gigantic, and just the filling alone. If your stomach can handle those, or one or more than one of those, it's pretty impressive. Mike, what do you think? Have you had kidney stones before, or what makes you think you're going to get them? Because I haven't had one since, and I hope to God I never get one again. That the thing is, like, you're powerless with those too, because you got to let it pass, or you got to go in the hospital and get them zapped. There's nothing you could do. Nothing you could do about it. Well, yeah, you're right. Um, for example, I work in a produce warehouse. Our owners don't really care if we take stuff home as long as we don't abuse it. You know, and if we do take a big quantity home, we get them below cost or whatever they pay for, we get it for. So I went to the store after my gig last night and I paid $6 for a pound container of strawberries. So $6. So my kids will go through at least 2 of those containers a week. So if I bring those home, it's free. But if I go to Wegmans or wherever and get 2 containers, that's $12 a week times 4. It's $50 bill just in strawberries. That's not including lettuce, which is $6 a head now. I think a thing of celery is $4. Carrots, anything. So I'm just saying, strawberries alone is one thing we eat here, and that's a $50 bill every month I'm saving, just because of the way things have went up. It's unbelievable. And same like with people in the pizza business and stuff. The flour is like 3 times as much as it was when I was in business. The fryer oil is triple. Chicken wings were up to almost $4 a pound um, during the 19 virus. They're back down now a little bit, but you can't get 10 wings here for under $15. When I opened my pizzeria, they're $5 for 10 wings. It's unbelievable. So invest in an air fryer. If you guys like chicken wings, get an air fryer. I have my air fryer. I go and buy the raw chicken wings. I bring them home and I make them in my air fryer. And I still make my own sauces and stuff like too. It's brutal. Yeah, I hear you, Edwin. My aunt owns a pizzeria. She's had it for 22 years, and she rents to a non-Italian person in her other half of her building, and they want to buy her out. They want to take over her pizzeria, and it won't be the same if they do. I don't care who you are. No, no, and even if an Italian took it over, it might not be the same. But um, I get it. For a pound of strawberries, Carol, you want to come on? You want to come up? I mean, yeah, it's a thing. Like I have our favorite neighbors on our street. I mean, we're moving next week, but they're still our favorite neighbors for now. But um, that's like her and her husband's thing. They go out and try everybody. That's like what they do. That's like what they do as a couple. They love going out to different places and trying beers, and that's cool. I get it. It's just I don't I don't I don't know. I like my cheap shit beer, I guess. I don't. But if you want to talk like speakers or car audio or stuff like that, or I'm good with that. I can talk about that all night long. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
I'm okay.
$12 for a
12
pound? For a
bucks
pound?
for a pound.
Wow.
And I almost had a heart attack when I went to pick up romaine lettuce.
Yeah.
It was up to $5. And I'm like, are they kidding me? It's not even worth $5 because it's so scrawny looking.
And that's everywhere. You
Yeah.
know, it's everywhere. It's that's what we get at our warehouse from California, directly from California. It comes straight here. And even like the Florida strawberries, they're not the quality isn't like it used to be, and it's bad. Even like the pre-made salad mix and stuff like the stuff that comes bagged. You know, we're tearing more and more boxes just to try to weed out the good and bad stuff. It's so we're working harder. You know what I mean? Because obviously we don't want to give our customers bad product either.
Well,
It's
it
it's
it was funny when I was in ShopRite the other day. One of the workers was looking at me like I was crazy because I was in the fresh produce section, and I was looking at the bags of salad, and I'm checking the dates on them. And she goes, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm checking the dates." I says, "What makes you think I'm going to buy a bag of salad on November 24th that expires November 26th? Are you crazy?" I
yeah.
said, "Why is this even on the shelf?"
We had to throw a ton of product out, a lot of bag salad stuff because of the snowstorm a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So we stuff that was pretty much close to the end, we couldn't get out of the parking lot for 2 days, so we had to throw so much of it out. It was you know nobody's going to be able to sell that stuff. I mean, there's a date on every bag.
Yeah, but I laugh. Even the eggs. Eggs here are up to like almost $6 a dozen.
Well,
When
didn't I
they
tell you to buy some chickens? Didn't I tell you that last time?
when they put them on sale, I go and I look, and you see the expiration date is like within a couple of days. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I'm not going to use a dozen of eggs in 2 or 3 days.
It's it's short. Everything's short. Everything there's not. I don't know. There's a whole thing where people are buying up farmland and basically paying farmers not to farm to do stuff. Like it's almost pre-planned. But I don't want to get into that.
But yet
I don't know enough about that to talk about it.
the price of
So
beef here is going down. That's lower than the price of chicken.
yeah, I
I
believe it.
could I couldn't believe it.
I believe it. I totally believe it. Anything's possible at this point. It sucks. It sucks in plain English. I went and bought earlier. I went and bought 2 things of chicken wings, which they weren't that expensive. It was like 3 pounds of chicken wings. Uh, what else did I buy at the store? Oh, English muffins were $6. Uh, what's it called? English muffins. What else did I buy at the store earlier? I don't know. It was $40 for like 3 items, 4 items. $40.
Oh, I know.
I want to throw my guts up. It was just absolutely brutal.
I took a
I,
trip to Brooklyn the other day because my husband has a thing for lard bread around the holidays. So I says,
for what?
lard bread. It's an Italian bread that's like with
Lard
I
bread?
yeah, lard bread.
Oh, okay.
I went in there. The
I gotta look that
loaf
up. I gotta look it up. I
was
don't know what that is.
it's an Italian bread, and it's made like with I guess you would say pepperoni and stuff in it. But they shrunk the loaf and they wanted
Okay.
$7. And I was like, you're out of your mind. Forget it. I'm not I can go home and make that with a bread maker.
Oh, it's coming to the point now where everybody's gonna have to learn how to cook.
Yeah.
Because it's brutal. It's brutal. Like I always try to teach my kids to cook too, like so they know, when they get older and stuff too. I mean, they know how to do basic things now, but I want to get them where they can, be on their own and not worry about it.
I've got my
So,
granddaughter. She comes here and she watches me cook and she goes, Grandma, can I help you? And I tell her, yeah, you can help me. You need to learn. And she goes home and she tells her mother, Grandma, let me help her make sauce. Grandma, let me help her with the rice balls. And my daughter turns around and says to me, to my granddaughter, That's nice. Grandma never let me do any of those things. She always had to be the cook.
Well, it's different. It's different. I hear with the grandchildren.
Yeah.
It's different. I mean, I had my son stretching dough at 3 years old. I mean, not giant pizza dough, but like a little personal pan
Yeah.
pizza. He knew how to do it. You know what I mean? He can do it. He could do it now if he wanted. You know, both my kids can do it. You
Well,
know,
I got to get the recipe for the stromboli because there's a recipe for vegetable stromboli that I'm dying to make at home.
you can make it right in the air fryer if you wanted to.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't, I wouldn't, I would have to do a couple trial runs probably, but you know, you can do it in there. You know,
Mm-hmm. I do a
uh,
lot of things in the air fryer. I do my steak in the air fryer, my fish in the air fryer. Almost my rice balls are done in the air fryer.
no shit. No, I same thing. I do chicken fingers, fries, mozzarella sticks, onion rings. What's it called? Chicken wings, obviously. I love it. I love doing it. I love the
Mm-hmm.
air fryer is awesome. I just stinky though. The only thing I don't like about it smells, but you
I don't
know,
like
save a
cleaning
ton of money with it.
it.
Well, I always put, you know what I do? I put under the screen, you know, under like the,
Yeah,
you know, where you put the food on or whatever. I always
right.
put foil underneath.
Oh, so do I.
You know what I mean? So that way it's, you know, got to scrub the bottom of it so much. You know what I mean?
My husband laughs when I do his fish in
Does
the
that
air
smell? Does
fryer.
that smell come out though?
No. And what I do is I wrap it in foil and cook it in foil in there. And he laughs because it only takes like he's a big salmon eater, and within 15 minutes it's done.
No shit.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm afraid that it's like gonna stink up my air fryer for good if I do that.
No. You know what the best thing is for the air fryer to clean it? You know the new Dawn they have out, the spray?
That stuff is potent though. You gotta like almost like wash it off.
That's what you do though. They tell
No,
you
I
to
mean,
take,
I obviously you gotta wash it off, but what I'm saying is like really wash it off because that stuff is potent.
but
But it does work well. You're right.
they said to take the plug out of the air fryer and spray it with the Dawn and let it stay there for like 10 to 15 minutes and then get a cloth and clean it all out. And you'd be amazed at how well it cleans it.
I clean the stove with that. That stuff. That stuff's no joke. It works really well.
Well, my stove, I have the automatic cleaner. What do you call it? You just push a button and it does the auto clean. But I hate when I use that button because it takes like 2 hours for the oven to clean. I've got to keep a window open because it gets so darn hot in here with it. And then I got to wait 3 hours for the oven to cool off because there was one time I didn't. I think I waited an hour because it said it was done. And stupid me opened up the oven door and the glass cracked
Oh,
from the heat. And
yeah.
my husband says to me, "What the hell happened?" And I says, "Well, it said it was clean, it was off, it was safe to open it. I opened it and the glass cracked." So he had to order new glass and put it in for me.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
Uh,
so now I know to wait. What I do is, if I gotta do the self clean on the oven, I do it before I go to bed. This way it goes all night, whatever. By the time I get up in the morning, all I got to do is clean it out. And that's it. Sweep it out, wash it down once, and it's done.
so Jason T says, me and my friends used to get a pile of wings, like 100 wings, a couple pitchers, beer, and go to town, like $20, $30 bill. Nowadays, it'd be, yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, back when I used to go out, you know, a few times a week or whatever, I mean, it'd be 10-cent wings, and I went to 25-cent wings, and now it's like this big advertisement. We have dollar wings. You know what I mean? Like, you know, so there's, yeah, around here, I mean, in Buffalo, I mean, the buffalo wing, I mean, it's, you know, that's people love wings. They, you know, eat it multiple times a week. And I think the specials around here now is like dollar wings. Like, I don't know. I make them
I,
home.
I don't know. I don't eat chicken. I don't eat chicken. I don't eat turkey. I'll make it, but I won't eat it.
Did that get ruined for you when you were a kid too? Like
I
eggs?
just,
You said
I
eggs
didn't,
ruined it. You got ruined with
yeah,
eggs, right?
right. But chicken and turkey, I just never took a liking to.
Hmm.
I don't know why. I made my husband, what was it? A month ago, I made him the chicken marsala,
Hmm.
and I had a few friends over. They devoured the whole thing, and they're going, "Why aren't you eating it?" I said, "I don't like chicken." They're going, "But it's so good." Ah, I'm glad it's good. God bless.
Carol, can you see the chat right now?
I can if I put it on.
Well, no, because Mike here asked a question to you.
Okay, Mike.
I put it
Steak
up if you
in
want to see
the
it.
air fryer. Yes.
I've done it too.
I've done all my steak. I've even done filet mignon in the air fryer.
Hang on one sec, guys. Carol, hold it down for 1 second, all right?
Mm-hmm. Mike, I've even done the filet mignon in the air fryer. I do my hamburgers in there, everything. Everything comes out perfect. You just got to know when to use the top for the air fryer and when to use the bake part of the air fryer. Yes, Edwin, I love White Castle. That's a weakness with me. Hello, what's real?
All right, sorry about that.
That's okay. No problem.
Um,
I told him with the steak that you don't have to use the air fryer basket. You can use it on bake.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever do potatoes? A baked potato?
Yes.
Oh, they're super good.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like 400. You got to put my what did I? The first time I tried them, I didn't poke holes in the potato. You know what I mean? They say to poke the holes in the potato or whatever. So
Right.
I didn't. So the first time I did it, I messed them up. Um, so the next time I did it, I poked the holes or whatever, and I cooked it at uh, 400 degrees for like 40 minutes, and they came out beautiful. Actually, that was on my steak when I made them steaks on the grill. I put a video out. I
Mm-hmm.
actually took the baked potato out of the air fryer on that video too. Yeah, the air fryer is awesome. Like next oven I buy or whatever is gonna have one in it, or I'm just gonna buy a really big one.
I just had my husband buy me one, what was it, about a year or two ago? Because I had bought one for my sister first for her birthday. And she told me, "Oh, I love the air fryer." She says it's so easy to cook in. So I said, "Okay." So I told my husband, I said, "I want an air fryer." So he went and he ordered it for me. And I got it on the countertop and I use it all the time.
Just make sure you unplug it.
Oh,
There's
I
there,
always do.
there's a picture going around the internet of some the thing uh it how could I say it bypassed the surge protector and like blew up in somebody's kitchen, like literally, like you can, let me see if I can find it, but like it was the whole kitchen was destroyed.
Oh, I unplug all my appliances, even like I have my coffee machine here, like because I have the K cup one. And then I have the espresso machine, and I unplug them all before I go to bed.
Yeah, no, I get that. I did this backyard wedding a couple years ago, and they went all out, but they didn't like bring in any other generators or any other real power to have everything function. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so I had my sound system equipment. I had my photo booth there. and they had lights running all over in the tents, and I mean, just going off of literally like one outlet being ran from the hill down, from the house down the hill into the tents. And how they had this going on was beyond me. I had no idea how this was even happening.
Right.
And then sure enough, the last thing that somebody plugged in was the coffee maker, and everything went out. Everything went out. The whole everything went out. All the lights, everything. All my sound system, my photo, everything got wiped out. Just when someone turned the coffee on.
See, now
So
I have, yeah, go ahead.
so I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's where the air fryer was, and it like blew up somebody's kitchen. Um, yeah. So yeah, a power surge in a plugged-in air fryer cause this? Yeah. So yeah, make sure you unplug your air fryer. So
No, I'm very cautious with all of that. My husband calls me the clean freak because I'm always cleaning
that's okay.
and
That's
I'm
not a bad.
always
That's not a bad
unplugging
thing.
everything. Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you something. The other day when I was on Angels, I told her, I said I was aggravated. And she goes, "What's the matter?" I says, "I had to call pest control. I went crazy. Unfortunately, I live between two winners, and I guess they're not the cleanest. And I went to open up my pantry. I thought I was imagining things. And I see this thing run across the second shelf. And I
Really?
says, "What the hell?" So right away, I call pest control. Needless to say, thank God it was only what I thought it was. And they baited the drop ceiling in the basement and stuff for me.
Was it like a mole or a mouse or something?
It
Or
was a mouse. And me and rodents do not get along. So,
I don't think they get along with anybody.
no, I hate them. I detest them. So the guy is coming back this Wednesday to check because he told me, he says it'll probably go outside and die because it'll be looking for water. But he gave me good news. He says, "You've got a stray one. You're not loaded with them." But long story short, I grabbed my neighbor's son and I said to him, "Listen, I got a mouse." I says, "I had to call in pest control." He turns around, looks at me, and he goes, "Oh, my father has a problem with a lot of mice. I put traps around." USOB, that's where it came from. I was pissed. And I can't yell at the man because the man that he's talking, his father, is in his 80s. And I was brought up to respect my elders, so I'm not going to fight with an 80-year-old man because he's got a load of mice in his house.
Well,
But I
better get a
fought with
barn
the
cat.
son. No, I don't want any more animals. I had two cats, and I had them for years, a boy and a girl, and they both died within 6 months of each other. And I says, "That's it.
Yeah,
I
I get
can't go
that.
through that again."
My sister's got horses and goats and geese and this and that, chickens, and she's got barn cats that keep all them rodents out.
When
Those
I moved,
they clean up everything. Those cats, they're vicious. They're
oh,
unbelievable.
well, my two cats, it was funny. They caught one time, but it was a pet mouse that must have escaped because I've never seen a black and white mouse. And
Really? Okay.
yeah, I never seen one of those. So I went down to the basement to go feed them, and I see this thing in their dish. They didn't even like they just played with it, killed it, and left it in the food dish. So when my husband got home, I says to him, "Go downstairs to the basement." He says, "Why?" I said, "Go to the cat dish." I said, "My imagination is laying in there." Because my
Ugh.
husband thought I was seeing things. So he went downstairs and he threw everything out. But that was the last time that I had seen one. And then just 2 weeks ago, I seen this other one, and I wasn't sure at first. I thought maybe it was a field mouse that got in, that maybe my granddaughter left the door open, because she does that sometimes with the front door. But thank God. So hopefully that's over.
Those are no fun. I had my neighbor on Father's Day call me a few years ago, and she goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I don't know. I'm hanging out before I go to work." And she goes, "I need your help." I'm like, "What? What's the matter?" She goes, "You just need to come down." I'm like, well, "All right, you know." So I go to her house, and her and her husband are there, and um, they're like, "There's something in the garbage can." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" They're like, "Yeah, the garbage can filled up with rainwater, and there's something floating in it." I'm like, "So get it out. What are you calling me for?" They're like, "We're too chicken." And I'm like, "So you call me?" You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like you call me, it was a dead skunk.
Oh my God.
Or wait a minute. I'm sorry. It was a dead squirrel. So I pulled that out with this
Oh,
little. They had this little rake, this metal rake, and I pulled it out, put it in a garbage bag, and then as we're dumping the crappy, disgusting water out, um, there was a skunk in there too. It
oh
was
my God.
unbelievable. They were like gagging. I mean, I don't know. I used to clean the grease traps in my pizzeria. That's some disgusting shit. You know what I mean? So it didn't really bother me so much, but they were like gagging all over the yard. It was funny. I'm like, you guys owe me like a case of beer and dinner. I'm like, but I'm like, why'd you call me? And I looked at the husband. I'm like, you chicken shit. You know what I
Well,
mean? Like, it was
I
funny.
was I was laughing. One of my neighbors called me up that lives on the other end, all the way down. And she says to me, Carol, I don't know what to do. I said, what's the matter? She goes, I've got a den of snakes outside my house. She goes, and I'm afraid of them getting in. I said, call an exterminator. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to go over there and get them.
What kind of snakes were they? Garter snakes or?
They were black snakes. And I told her they're harmless. They really are. They go,
Yeah.
they can't poison you or anything. And she was like, no, no, no. So she called the exterminator, and the exterminator got them and took them away and set them off up in the woods.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I don't. My brother had a snake for a long time. He had a ball python, and I'm not afraid of snakes, but I still don't want to see one out in the wild either way. You
You
know,
know which ones I hate? The cobras. The ones that smell like cucumbers.
the like a cobra snake.
Yep.
You
We've
have them
got,
in pencil. You have those in
yeah.
Pennsylvania.
Yep.
The ones
We,
that like that stand up.
mm-hmm.
The venomous
We,
ones, really in Pennsylvania,
yep. We sure
even with
do.
the bad weather like that.
Even with the bad, you'd be surprised what we've got up here.
Get
But
out.
I've got the best protection up here. I have a nice black bear that comes through and
Oh, I thought you were
lays
gonna say a black
down.
something else with two barrels on
No,
it.
a nice black bear that likes to nest under my deck for the winter. And I'm like, that's fine with me, because God help the son of a bitch that wakes him up.
Yeah. Wow. I
Yeah.
didn't know that. I didn't know that was that. They were. I thought they were like in a desert.
No, you know what it is up here? It's a lot of woods, and lately they've been clearing a lot of the woods to develop. So the animals have nowhere to go. They're starting to come down from the mountain and mingle in neighborhoods. You can't blame them. Some lady was complaining that the bear was here, and I turned around and told her, I says, listen, they were here before we were. Don't feed them. Don't look at them. Leave them alone, and they'll leave you alone. And they do. They basically go about their own business. We've
Yeah.
got everything here. We've got bobcats. We've got the deer. We've got the
Well, that I
bear.
that I understand, but I didn't think you'd have a cobra, a venomous snake in Pennsylvania. I didn't know that was even.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy. Do they hibernate too or something? Is that why they don't come out in the
Yeah,
winter?
they hibernate under the rocks.
Ah,
Like there's rock walls on the side, all the way over on the side of the property. So that's where they hide.
no thanks. No thanks.
Mm-mm.
Sorry.
What was I doing when we had the other house up in Shahola? I was outside with the hose. That's an Italian thing with me because I always do the driveway with the hose, the walkway, whatever.
My parents
Y-
never did that.
I do.
They never did that. But
And I'm out there doing the siding with it. And all of a sudden, I let out a scream, and my husband comes running out. He goes, "What's the matter?" I said, "A snake came out from the siding." I almost had a heart attack, but it was a black snake. But the point was, it was in the siding, and I didn't expect it to come out.
all right, I have a question. I'm gonna cut you off real quick.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know a cobra smells like a cucumber?
Because that's their odor.
You can smell the snake?
You can smell it.
Get out.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I guess you do learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Oh my
They
God.
they give off like a cucumber smell.
Man, so if you walk outside and smell cucumbers, you expect to see it. Oh my God.
I don't have it here. It's mostly on the other side of me because the woods is right there, so they come down from the woods looking for whatever they're looking for. I
No
mean,
thanks.
to me, you can have 1,000 snakes around here. I don't care because they eat all the rodents. What do I care?
Have there been like people that got attacked around you by a cobra?
No,
Oh,
no.
okay. So they pretty much stayed to themselves?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right. Well, that's good.
Well, next to us, next to our development is a cookie factory. So, okay, there's the rock wall. On one side of the rock wall is the cookie factory. On the other side of the rock wall is our development. So the snakes hide in the rock wall. You know the cookie factory is going to produce rodents. You know that's going to happen.
Well, of course, yeah.
And the snakes are well fed.
Yeah. Oh, so Jason T said 1980 was a great year. Yeah. Yeah, definitely it was. And the cool thing about with me is I have 7 cousins. My dad's side of the family had 8 siblings. So like I don't know if they planned it or what, but I have 7 cousins that are born in 1980.
Wow.
And we used to go to each other's school dances. Like we were known as the cousins. And our senior year of high school, there was a party every single weekend in the summer. It was awesome. It was great. So that was cool. And yeah, so he's right. No social media. And thanks. I'm down to 2 chins now. I guess I don't know. You know.
I loved when there was no social media.
Yeah, it was a whole different world back then. And
Mm-hmm.
it seems like back then I'm not even old. It's having young kids now. I can only imagine what's going to be out when I'm my parents' age. You know what I mean? It's unbelievable.
They've
Here,
already got
Edwin's
robots.
Edwin's making an announcement right now. Sponsored by White Castle hamburgers. I've never had a true White Castle hamburger. I've only gotten the store bought frozen ones.
Oh, you don't know what you're missing.
Yeah,
Yep. When I
I
was
never had
younger,
one. Never had one from an actual restaurant. The closest I've had is a Chick-fil-A or yeah, Sonic.
I used
Or
to order like 12 of them at a time with the milkshake.
that's what everyone keeps saying. You can't, I mean, even on The Sopranos, I could smell it on you. Like it's. I've never I've never had one from an actual location ever. Put it on the bucket list.
Oh yeah, I used to love them.
Yeah, Lake Erie has a lot of. Uh, are you reading this comment, Carol?
Yeah, water
Okay.
snakes.
Yeah, so Lake Erie has a lot of mysterious things in it, believe it or not. My friend caught a 5-foot long sturgeon in between the break walls. So
Wow.
they're, my friend does a charter. Guy I graduated with does a charter for Lake Erie. He catches every kind of fish you could think of in there, and there's a lot in that water, believe it or not. Um, it's it's a freshwater lake, but you don't think it's a lot of fish or whatever in there, but there's a lot, and Ontario too, for that matter. You know,
Oh yeah, I've been up to Ontario. I know.
um, yeah, Lake Ontario is a little further from me, but Lake Erie, I can be there in 5 minutes. Um, oh, look what Edwin said. That's why we got you, Edwin. You're holding the hatchet.
You're
That's
gonna
awesome.
you're gonna get them
Oh well,
eventually.
I don't care. Like I said, I if I do one of these shows a month, or two, whatever. I don't care. They're not gonna bother me.
Well, anybody that's a mod in the chat, the reason they don't see what I see is because there's a thing on the side that says chat, and if you hit that on, it says visible message, all visible messages in chat. When you hit that, that's how I caught the sex site.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But I don't think I can. Okay, okay. I understand. Okay.
And then you'll see a bunch of things that say time them out or delete them. But then at the very bottom, it says hide viewer from this channel.
Okay.
And that's what I hit to get rid of them.
Don't you have to hide them rather than block them or something like that? I heard.
Well, hiding and blocking is the same thing. When I
Okay.
hid them, it got rid of them.
Right. Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
I do the same thing with the nasty trolls.
I just think it's funny that never. I think it was like the first time or second time I was on here. You're here, and I'm like, there's three
Yep,
people in the chat, and the bots are here.
that means you made it.
Yeah. Yeah. I made it. Whether it's a random thing, or if someone sent them here, I got a kick out of it. I thought it was funny.
Oh, do you listen to Josie by any chance from the Mob Tooth Chronicles?
Uh,
That's the one that just wrote the book.
Not as much as I used to.
Okay,
Let's put it that way. And it. Go ahead.
the only reason I'm mentioning her is because I got word tonight through another chat that she's in the hospital battling pneumonia.
Oh no. That's
Yeah,
not. I didn't expect to hear that. That sucks.
yeah.
Yeah.
She thought
I heard that she wasn't feeling well or whatever, and then I got a notification that she did a live today, I think, or yesterday.
today.
And okay, yeah, today I was all over the place. I didn't really. I listened to Theme Do Show, and that was about it. Um, I listened to MB Show for a tiny bit, and then we've been crazy over here. So, but no, I didn't know that. That sucks. I hope she recovers.
So do I. I mean, I was busy all day, so I wasn't in chats until tonight because I don't know. I went and brought up the tree, and my husband says to me, "No, we need a new tree." So I had to go with him to Lowe's to get a new tree, bring it back, and of course, I had to go down to the basement, bring up all the decorations because my granddaughter was here. She wanted the tree decorated. So she was decorating the tree with me and hanging the garland and the stockings, the whole 9 yards. And I still got 2 other rooms to decorate.
So we haven't gotten any real major furniture at our new house yet, and my wife's like, "We're doing the tree tomorrow. I don't care if there's not anything in that living room. We're setting the tree up." So that's our plan tomorrow morning. We're bringing all the Christmas stuff over there to set up before we even put a couch in the goddamn place.
God
So
bless, because
so
this thing
I'm
took
not gonna tell her
me,
no. So
it took me about a good 5 hours today. That's how many decorations I have for the tree. And I was like, oh my God. And I said to my husband, you had to buy one that was almost 8 feet. Thanks a lot. Because here I am standing on a step stool to get the angel on top of the tree and then work my way down with the decorations.
Well, it's go big or go home in a guy's mind. I'm sorry, that's how it goes.
Ah, he's a contractor. That's.
I
He.
know, but that's how it goes.
Well, he
Carol,
should have.
Carol, just chilling, trying to get you some cannolis out of you. He's here.
Oh,
His show's awesome. I love his show.
I
he
go on when he's on.
yeah he
I check. I'm in the chat all the time.
he did a show last night where he didn't talk. He was just playing music and like videos that he made. It was awesome. It was so mellow and it was like perfect time. It was like 3 in the morning here for me, and I had just woken up. I went to bed real early last night. Well, for me, and I woke up and sure enough, I got the notification he was on. It was really enjoyable. So if there's anybody in here watching that you're not in the chat or whatever, subscribe to Just Chillin', man. He's got a real, absolutely mellow station. Holy shit, channel. Um, yeah, he's the man. I fucking love his show, and he did
Oh,
one
I.
today. He did one this morning too.
Oh, I
So
love it when he does at night because I can't sleep, and I'll put in my earplugs and just listen to him, and then I'll just
he's got a
chill
soothing voice
out.
too.
And
I'm gonna give him that.
yep,
He, he's he's
he's
he's he's gonna get there. He's gonna blow up. It's gonna and we're all
he.
gonna be there. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, he will.
But yeah, he's got such a good flow with his show, man. I love it. It's definitely unique. And we were so if anybody was with Just Chillin' show last night, uh, it was just in the chat because he wasn't talking, so the chat was going, and we were talking about Tim Hortons coffee, Jason, and what's real. We were talking about. I don't know if you guys were in there last night when we were talking about the crack in a cup. He couldn't get over that. All right, so I'll address this right now. So, who's the person in your thumbnail, bro? Is that your long lost brother? So I have, the photo booths and I have props, and that's one of my props is like an old man, like mask with a furry stash. So that's me. That's me. So
Oh yeah,
that's
I
me.
saw that.
That's me in the thumbnail. So I mean, when I do those kind of things, I sign a scrapbook myself for my clients that thanking them for the business, and I'll put props on and pose for the camera.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one of the pictures that I did. I didn't know what to put on the thumbnail, to be honest. So I saw that was on my laptop. I got going here, and that's what I threw on there.
Just chilling. If you're on Twitter, DM me because I'm on Twitter with your address, and I'll be glad to send you the cannolis.
Yeah, I got to send him Tim Hortons coffee too. Um, what's it called? I forget.
I'm getting weird requests on Instagrams from people, and I just keep deleting them because I don't know who they are. What does he mean he's lost?
I don't know what happened.
It could be the Wi-Fi or the internet.
Yeah, I don't know. Thanks for staying on.
You're welcome.
That's all you have to so what was I gonna say here? All right. Yeah, that is true, Jason. But if you leave the small boat harbor in Buffalo and you go out toward the pump house, toward the Peace Bridge, if you go on the in between the pump house and shore on the American side, it goes from like 30 feet to like 3 feet. And my friend found out that the hard way because he went in that water and he destroyed his propeller. It literally, we didn't know. So what you're supposed to do is when you're going from Buffalo, Lake Erie into the Niagara River there by the Peace Bridge, you're supposed to take the, go toward the Canadian side of the pump house and you'll be all right. It stays deep there. We found that out the hard way. He he totally smoked his propeller on his boat motor. Yeah, so you're right though. Lake Erie is sketchy, sketchy in a lot of ways. That's why Carol's here. She knows what to do.
Edwin's comment.
I don't know. I don't.
You really don't know?
No. I
My
feel like I've
father,
heard somebody. I feel like I've heard somebody talk about this before.
my father and mother owned a candy store, and we used to make them all the time. It's with seltzer, syrup, and a little bit of milk. And we used to mix it up. It's delicious.
Well, send me the recipe. I'll try it. I'd love to try it.
Yeah, we used to make vanilla egg creams, chocolate egg creams. Yeah.
Hmm. Never. Yeah, I can't say I've heard of it. It's crazy.
See, I have to be careful because I'm from Brooklyn and the area I came from and where the candy store was. I don't know who's who on here, so I have to be very
No, I
limited.
get it. No, I. That's fine. Um, just chilling when you going live next, man. I got to get a playlist of those songs you play, man. That's totally. I love listening to that stuff. Totally unique show. Love it. Just chilling. Hang on. Okay, yeah, you got just chilling. You got a wrench here, so why don't you drop your link, dude?
He doesn't have a wrench. I don't see one.
It's showing that on my cell phone.
Okay, maybe I just can't see it in the chat. All right. Yeah, because I don't see Edwin's either, and I know Edwin has one. And so does What's Real.
I just gave Jason one, so I think everybody that's been in here has one or should have one. I don't know. I guess that's a new thing is giving everybody a wrench so the channel doesn't go kaput. I don't know.
Just be careful.
No, for the amount of times I'm going to be doing this, I'm not that worried about it. You know, hopefully. But
You know,
there's nobody here that's suspect as far as I know.
no, I haven't seen anybody suspect.
So I think we'll be all right with my 70 subscribers. So
We'll get you up there.
I no, it's cool if it does. You know what I mean? But like I said, I'm not I'm just doing this just for fun. You know. But tonight was the best crowd I had. A lot of people. The chat's been going like crazy. Not a lot of dead air at all. I just don't know where Yankees for Life is.
He's probably resting tonight. Edwin said he was in the Indus chat this morning, and
Yep.
then Grambino told me he was on Maddie's channel last night, so I know he's okay because I asked.
Yeah, he works different shifts, like a few weeks at a time or whatever. So it might be one of those weeks where he's not working overnights. So, um, but yeah, him and I always have fun, and
Yeah, he's a good guy with a good heart.
yeah, I like Yankees. Me and him go at it on Dindu's show a lot. I don't know if you've ever tuned in for that.
Oh, well, him and I, the way we became friends, You know he's a Yankee fan.
I
I'm
I would
from New
hope so by that name. I mean,
Okay, I'm from New York. I was a Yankee fan all the way up to when Jeter and all of them were playing. After that, I became a Boston Red Sox fan. So, because my one of my sons is a Boston Red Sox fan, and here's the funny part: the son that is a Boston Red Sox fan lives in Pennsylvania, down in Uniontown, which isn't too far from Philly. Do you know the heat he catches for wearing? Because everything he wears, his jerseys are Boston Red Sox, and his football team is the Green Bay Packers.
oh my God.
And I said to him, Nick, you actually go to Nico, you actually go to work with your Packers jacket on, your Boston Red Sox jacket on? He goes, yeah, Ma, I don't care.
I will say this. We're not. I don't know. With football, like you support a Patriots fan or stuff around here, it's like sacrilege. It's bad. It's like blasphemous. Um, I would put on if you're a football fan, I would put on your bucket list to come see one Bills game. It's an experience like no other. There's people cooking like 20-foot long grills doing barbecues before the game. It's unbelievable. If you can so anybody who's listening, go on YouTube and do Pinto Ron. Type in Pinto Ron. So this asshole basically gets drunk before the game. He's an older guy now, and
Mm-hmm.
people douse him in ketchup and mustard before every game.
Right.
It's unbelievable. It's like a tradition. The guy's like world famous now. And then there's like the Elvis, the Bills Elvis. He's famous,
Mm-hmm.
and people are jumping through tables. Do you ever see those videos circulating where people at Bills games are jumping through the folding tables?
Oh, yeah.
They're coming off like campers and going through tables. They light them on fire. They're out of their minds.
Yeah.
Like I've been to a bunch of Bills games and I've gotten pretty drunk at some of them, and I've never I don't know. I wouldn't jump through a table. I'd throw somebody through one, sure, but I wouldn't be the one going through it. So especially now,
Well,
especially
I
now.
laughed. The only Philly team that he likes is the Philadelphia Flyers. He's a big hockey buff for the Flyers. I don't know why, but he is.
Yeah,
Me, I'm a New York Rangers fan.
yeah, I'm a Sabres fan, but it's and I was talking about that the other day on Fiendu's show. I went up on his live, and it is so hard to be a Buffalo sports fan. I mean, who goes to four straight Super Bowls and loses? I mean, all four of them in a row. And the Sabres, the no goal. I don't know if you remember that when Brett Hall scored that goal to win the Stanley Cup, and it was a no goal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! This town is jinxed. We need and then you got Tom Brady beating us, destroying us for 20 years in a row. I mean, now we got their number because Brady's gone and Josh Allen's awesome, but uh, Tom Brady and Bill Belichick just annihilated the whole AFC East for 20 straight years.
Oh, I
You know,
believe it.
it's
You know,
it's it's tough. It's tough to
do you,
believe in this team.
do you know how many Aaron Rodgers jerseys I had to buy for my son?
I can imagine if he's a Packers fan. Yeah,
Oh man, everything is Aaron Rodgers. And I was hoping last year when Aaron Rodgers was thinking of leaving the Packers, I was like, please, please do, save me $200 this
he's
year.
he's a. I want to swear real
I
bad. He's a
I
fucking
know,
crybaby. Like he's a diva. Like he's worse than a. Ugh,
I
he's
agree.
bad. Like he's a great quarterback. He'll be in the Hall of Fame, but he is just a whiny little. Ugh, he's a. I don't know. I
Oh,
don't
I
know. I
agree.
can't stand him. I really don't like. I think he's a great player or whatever, but I think Aaron Rodgers is just a little girl diva. I don't know.
Look, where it comes to sports, my opinion is once they started giving outrageous salaries, and I mean outrageous, it all went to their heads.
Oh
And,
yeah, no
okay,
doubt.
they've got egos bigger than this universe. And I don't really think it's fair to the fans because, along with their salaries, the prices to even go to a game are outrageous.
It's I think $15 for a tall beer at the game now.
Yeah, but even to get a
Um,
ticket, it's
well, right, but
ridiculous.
but I mean, you got the ticket, and then it costs another $50 a park,
Mm-hmm.
and then if you want to park in the stadium, there's a lot of outside lots where I am, but that's still a
Right.
20. That's still a $20 bill. And then you want to buy a slice of pizza, that's $9. You want to buy a beer, it's $14. Uh, you know, you're in $500 for 3 hours of entertainment.
I'll
And
make
then,
you laugh.
and then if they lose, then what? You
Or
know
I'll
what I
make
mean? Like,
you. You mentioned wrestling earlier, right?
mm-hmm.
My nephew had a thing for this new wrestler that's been out for a couple of years, Becky Lynch. So I says to him, okay, I'll take you to the Prudential Center in New Jersey. I'll get the tickets. We'll go there. What was $60 for front row arena seats? Okay. Pre sickness world,
Uh-huh.
okay, is now $400.
Oh yeah,
I says, are they kidding me? So I said to him, hope you have a good job. You can go see her on your own because
yeah.
to me, $400 is not, well, I don't care who it is. It's not worth it for me to see them.
It's I don't know. I mean, like we said earlier, I was narrowing down strawberries. I mean, it's insane. Oh yeah,
I
no,
will,
you're right. $60 is cheap, but she said that was pre.
yeah,
Yeah, So yeah, now it's unbelievable.
it's unreal. And then I looked at their pay per views for what they get for people to sit at their pay per views in the audience.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Tickets go for like $3,000 for the first 3 or 4 rows. The
Oh yeah,
tier and the tiers, which is all the way up, is a couple of hundred. I'm like, where did these people get this money to go and do these things?
yeah,
It's unreal. I was
yeah,
laughing because the last time we were at the arena, there was a woman there with 3 children, and the kid was begging for a Roman Reigns shirt. And I said to the mother, don't buy it here.
yeah. You could buy the same shirt on Amazon for
N-
for half the price.
Not only that, I told her, I said, you can go to WWE's website when you go home after the show. They'll have 40% off. Why would you spend $25 at the arena for the shirt?
Yeah, especially if they have like the location name or something on that. Yeah, they'll try to
Yeah.
dump that stuff fast. Yeah, I mean these people in marketing, they know what they're doing. You know what I mean? There's a reason all these companies and stuff make their money. You know what I mean? They
Oh,
have all the angles, you know,
oh yeah.
uh, filled out. Like, what, my wife and I went shopping last week just to look at stuff for the new house, and every line that we go through now is this real long line in the stores. Like a store like, do you have Michael's down there? It's like a
Yes.
craft store. So like Michael's or Home Goods or TJ Maxx or Marshalls or whatever.
Right.
They got these huge long lines. You gotta, even if there's no line, you still gotta walk down this long couple aisles with all
Mm-hmm.
this product to try to entice you to buy before you leave, before you even check out. Like when you go in the checkout line, you pretty much got you think you got what you're supposed to have. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And these are the final products I want to purchase. And then you go in to cash out, and now you got to walk through all this other stuff. Like they know what they're doing.
Oh,
You know what I
sure
mean?
they
Like
do.
shit.
I'm a big TJ Maxx shopper because that's where I do most of my Christmas shopping.
Yeah, it's. I mean, they got it all nailed down. I mean,
Yeah.
props to them. I mean, that's what they're getting paid to do. But I mean, it's just. I just want to get in and get out. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to look through a million different things before I actually get to the register.
Well, you see, you know what I did? I did the smart thing. I got
Bought
a
online.
Yep, I got a TJ Maxx credit card. They turn around and they send me the pre-sales, or they send me a notice that they're opening the store between 8 and 10 in the morning so that the people that have the card can get in there, get the sales, and then they open it to the public after 10.
Yeah. Yep.
So
I
that's
used to
what
work
I
for
do.
Circuit City back in the day. And it was all commission. So the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, whatever they call it,
Mm-hmm.
you would see people like literally throw punches for a $30 VCR back in that day. Like like there'd be mountains of it. Like they'd put these VCRs and DVD players in these big piles, and people would just bum rush the store. Like it was unbelievable. Like there's no joke with these people getting stomped and stuff.
Well, I'll give
You
you an
know,
example. I was at a store before the holidays, and I wanted to get my granddaughter the Nintendo Switch game system for Christmas. And I went in and I looked at the price and I said to the kid, because I knew him, I said $300. And he looked at me and he said to me, Carol, trust me, buy it now. There's only three. Can't guarantee they're going to be here when they start with the Christmas and the Black Friday. He says, and they're going to mark them up another $100, $200.
oh yeah,
And
easily.
people are going to think they're getting a sale. I says, you got to be kidding me, because I never go shopping on Black Friday. Never did, never will.
After
Be-
working retail for as many years as I did, I won't ever go out there. I wouldn't let my wife go out there and do it either. Absolutely not. She will not. I won't let her go out. No way. I'd rather pay more money for it to let her go out and have to deal with that bullshit.
yeah. But sure enough, the guy was right, because I paid, what was it, $2.99 and change. Plus, I got the protection plan for her. I was in there the other day. They didn't have any game systems. They were getting them in, and what cost me $2.99 is now $4.99.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Supply and demand.
So I've learned to do my shopping in July and August for Christmas, so that, because
We
especially with the clothing, because they start getting ready for fall and winter in the summer. So I
we haven't
go
even
then.
started.
No,
We
I
haven't even
think
started yet.
the most expensive thing I bought this Christmas was for my husband, because my granddaughter took his iPad over, and he's had the iPad for like 3 or 4 years, and you know how those go. You always have to update them.
Yep.
So I went directly to Apple and bought his iPad directly from Apple
I
for Christmas.
We haven't started. I mean, we've been so busy with the purchasing this home, and like I said, me working full time and doing my stuff on the weekends. Like I we haven't even started shopping yet for Christmas.
Oh, believe
Like
me, I
I'm
really
ready to
brought.
I'm ready just to go to one store and buy gift cards for everybody and say sorry. I hope you get it. You know what I
Well,
mean?
don't
Like
laugh. That's what I do with my older nieces and nephews. And my sister and her husband. I get them all gift cards because I don't know what the hell to buy them anymore.
right.
Here's a gift card. Buy what you want, or I give them cash. Buy what you want. My son. I've been asking him since August. One of my sons, what do you want for Christmas? First, he told me a PlayStation 5. I says, you work, you can buy your own PlayStation 5. Because I know what the prices are
My
on
son
them.
wants one of them. I said, wait till your four is obsolete. That's the only way I'm going to buy you.
Right.
You know, I
So
said
then
that's
he,
that's You know,
Yeah. Then the other
just use it
day
until it's obsolete, and then I'll buy it. Or by that time,
yeah.
hopefully, my son's got more money than me.
I
The,
believe
the
it.
kid's been
So
the kid's been the kid's been saving his money forever. You don't spend a nickel on nothing. That's okay. You know what I mean? I'd never want him to pay for nothing if I can manage it. You know what I mean? He gets good grades in school. He's a good kid. And I can't ask for nothing more. You know what I mean? So it's that's
yeah,
you
but
know
mine is an adult. He's 34 years old and working and on his own and lives on his own. He can
he could buy
afford
his
to
own
buy his
PS5.
own.
Yeah, he
That's
could buy
right.
his own. Tell him to buy his own. Tell him to buy him a blanket or something.
And then my daughter, she's another one. I said she's 33. She'll be 33 in January. And I said to her, "What do you want for Christmas?" "Oh, you gotta you gotta go online to Sally Mae. I need hair extensions." I says, "You need hair extensions for what? You got a full head of hair."
Ugh,
But I
I
guess
can't imagine what
that's,
my kids are going to be asking me in the next few years, huh?
it's unreal. And then I have my other two sons. One is, well, he lives at the shore, so he's into his boat and fishing and all of that.
Yeah.
So I asked him, I says, "Peter, what do you want for Christmas?" "Ma, I don't care." I says, "You're a pain in the butt to buy for." I said, "I'm just going to give you a gift card." So he says to me, "It's in the DNA. Every time your kids ask you what you want for Christmas, it's, I don't know."
Hmm.
He's, and I started laughing. I had asked the kids, because I have four, right? And they're all adults. They wanted to know what I wanted for Mother's Day. And I said to them, "I would love a bracelet with each one of your birthstones in it."
Did
So, no, I'm going to
they
tell
didn't
you the
pull through?
I'm going to tell you the funny story. My husband turns around and says to me, "What do you want for Mother's Day?" I said, "I keep asking for the kids' birthstone bracelets, but I guess they're not going to get it for me. I told them to chip in together and buy it. Mother's Day comes, I get the bracelet. And I'm thinking it's from the kids. I open it up, it's from my husband, and he puts, "P.S. By the way, you're not my mother. You're my wife."
So how did he?
He went online or wherever he went
I
to the
know, but
jeweler
didn't he
store.
talk to your kids about it though, or did they
No,
just not?
no, he just went and bought it because he thought it was something that I really want, which I did really want. And he was like amazed that I would, how can I put it? Anytime he asks me to, "What do you want for Christmas?" or "What do you want for your birthday?" I tell him whatever, because I really don't need anything.
Right.
But
Yeah.
this was something that I really wanted. And I guess he felt, well, she really wants it. This is one time I can do the right thing and get her what she actually wants, that she's not going to return to the store.
Ah, well, I'm surprised the kids didn't get it for you.
And so am I.
Um,
So am I.
well, you know what you do now, right?
Yep.
You don't cook for them.
Not only do I
That'll
not
sting
cook for
them.
them,
That'll sting them good.
oh, yeah, especially at Greek Easter time, because they all cook, because we celebrate two Easters, because I'm Catholic, and two of my children are Greek. The other two are from my ex, right? So I laugh. They're all here for the Greek Easter. And I cook like crazy. And who takes home food? Who does this? Who does that? But I'll get even with them this Easter, because the ones that my son, the one I wanted the PlayStation, I always have to make 2 spinach pies for him. I have to make the Greek desserts for him because he takes it all home with him, and the
Ah, now I'm getting
lamb and
hungry.
all of that. And I said, "Yeah, okay. We wait till this Easter. They'll
Yeah, just
fix them."
order them some KFC.
Yeah, right?
That's all. Just get a couple buckets of chicken. Say, here you go. That's all.
Oh
Getting
God.
some Bob Evans.
Well, Christmas Eve, I'm getting off lucky because they're doing the seven fishes.
Okay.
So my niece called me up and she says, Aunt Carol, you have to do the shrimps and mussels for us in the hot sauce. And I says to her, okay, that's easy enough. I says, I'll make it and I'll bring it. And
Well,
that's
that's
what I'm
good.
going to do because who's making the clams? Who's making the calamari? Who's making this? So it's
Yeah, but
easier.
when they're gonna be coming and expecting the big the demand plates, yeah. Just just
Oh, yeah.
just have a couple buckets of KFC with the mashed potatoes, corn, gravy. Just have that sitting on the table,
Yeah,
and then you
right.
eat. Then you make it for yourself and let them eat the other stuff.
Yeah, right. It's funny. I make all that Greek food and it's very, very little I'll eat. Like I'll
Yeah,
eat the grape leaves, I'll eat the spinach pie, I'll eat the pistachio that I make. But the lamb and stuff and all of that stuff, no. My husband can have it. The desserts, they're too rich for me. I watch my sugar and everything.
yeah. What was it, rice pudding and stuff like that?
No, I can't pronounce the name of it, but it's like a pudding pie almost, but it's made with the phyllo and then, what is it? There's a certain like flour that they use, and it's crazy. It's eggs and it's everything else, and it comes out almost tasting like a vanilla pudding, and you got to put honey and cinnamon. It's weird, but they like it. And then I
What do they
make
call
them
it? Not I don't know. I'm not
club.
baklava, right?
No,
Okay, I know I was off on
uh,
that.
baklava I can make. That's easy. Um, Garigabalto.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know.
but it's complicated to make, but I make it.
So Jason put all these comments up about the PlayStation stuff. I stopped playing PlayStation. I still have my original PS2, and my son actually plays it. So yeah, I remember the whole Grand Theft Auto, the Liberty City. That was probably where I ended my gaming. I play little stupid games on my phone, but I don't play a lot of games anymore. My son plays. He's like ranked on Fortnite, or at least he was. I know he stopped playing it for a while. Um, and he plays like Madden and stuff like that. But he destroys me. Like I try to play like hockey or football with him, and I get destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even fun for me anymore. You know what I mean? Like I get annihilated every time I try to play. And they got so many other these new buttons on the and new functions on these games. It's too much for me.
No, give me
I
the old Nintendo.
Oh yeah, I still have one of those too.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny is you have to have a glass screen, as far as I know,
Mm-hmm.
for the Duck Hunt. Remember Duck Hunt, the gun?
Yes.
You have to have like an old school tube glass TV screen to use that, because it won't work on the new TVs. That
God.
gun, it won't work on it unless I don't know if they sell something that will, or a new gun that'll work on the newer TVs. That's how out of it I am.
Oh,
But
I'm old because I used to play Atari.
yeah, I remember
Ye-
Pitfall and Pole Position and
Oh no,
uh
I was the Pac-Man wizard.
okay, yeah. Pac-Man doesn't get old. It's still around.
They couldn't beat me for nothing. They used to call me the Pac-Man Queen, even in the when I was younger and I was hanging out, working in the bars, going through college.
And they used to sell the little consoles, like a tabletop Pac-Man
Yep.
console, right? Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
We had one of those. I remember that.
I used to play the machines in the bars, and the guys used to get mad because they couldn't beat me.
Yeah, well, good. Um,
That that and Froggo were my games.
Ruts Real's getting mad that we're talking about food again. Yeah, I'm getting hungry too. I ate earlier, much earlier. Today was just a weird day. Like I didn't sleep a lot last night, but then we had like 60-mile-an-hour winds out by my house
Mm-hmm.
and rain, and I thought my daughter's horse lesson's like a half an hour away, and they weren't getting nothing over there, so we drove out of it to get to there, and then when we got there, it started raining and the wind was real bad. So, but the good thing was the horse didn't get spooked or nothing, so she had a good lesson. And then I stopped at my aunt's and visited there for a little bit because I don't get out that way much. And by the time we got home, like I gotta take a nap. Like I'm fried, and so I wound up sleeping from like 2 to like 5, and then get up, make dinner. I did some running around, and I don't know. Just today was just a blah day. I don't feel like I got shit accomplished. But tomorrow I gotta get on my horse and go. I gotta kick it in gear tomorrow for sure.
Oh, we had rain here all week, and now
Yep.
I just opened the blinds on my kitchen, on my dining room door, the front door, and I'm looking outside, and it looks like on the cars there's all ice. I hate that black ice. It's on it.
Yep.
That means I am not going food shopping tomorrow.
So they don't use salt on your roads down there. They use sand, right?
They use, oh, what the heck is it called? Anti-skid mixed with salt.
Okay. Yeah, we're straight salt up here still. Um,
See, here we can't be because there's too much water around here. Not where I am, but like on the main highway, which isn't, I could walk to that from where I live right down the road. On the other side of the 209 is the river.
okay.
So that's where the problem lies. Because if they get too much rain and this and that, or the small creeks and whatever, they flood, and then you get a cold night and it turns to black ice.
Yeah, black ice is no joke. I don't care if you got snow tires, whatever. I mean, it's you don't know when it's
No.
coming either. You can hit like a 4 foot stretch of it, and it could wipe you out.
Yeah. So I do not get in a car, and I don't won't let my husband get in a car either when that's out.
Yeah,
I
I
seen too many accidents with that.
yeah, no, I mean that, and even rain's tough to drive through sometimes too. I mean, with the hydroplaning and everything, like you can't see the lines as good, and even the lines in the road are slippery, believe it or not.
Yeah, well, especially after the fall when all the leaves are falling. That's when you got to watch out because those leaves are dangerous when they're wet.
Yep. Jason T, right or wrong, Vice City had the best soundtrack of any of the Grand Theft Auto games, right or wrong.
Yes.
That
Uh,
I love that game. I should I should try to get a hold of that game and break it out. I used to have it. I don't know if I still do, if it's buried somewhere, but I my PS2 is definitely handy. I could definitely get that. But I mean, you know what's fun to play too still is Paperboy. Remember Paperboy on Nintendo?
yes.
Yeah, that game's fun to play. Mike Tyson's Punch Out, I have that too. And today's games are real matter of fact, like they're real like how could you say, you hit the button, it punches. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like on Nintendo, you hit the up button and then he'll wind up and punch. Like, you know what I mean? It's like
Mm-hmm.
slower. So the first time I played Mike Tyson's Punch Out in a long time, like I got killed. I got destroyed by like the first guy because here I'm like trying to punch him and it's so slow. You know what I mean? So
Oh, I know.
you had to like slow your brain and all your stuff down to adjust back to Nintendo from like where the games are now. So here's Edwin. He's trying to promote everything. Now Edwin's throwing gasoline on the fire right now.
I see.
Edwin's dousing the fire right now.
Cat's deli.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to eat a little something before I go to sleep. I'm gonna shut it down probably soon because we gotta probably go another 5-10 minutes. So I got to get up early and throw all the Christmas stuff in my van and haul it over. I'll probably wind up cooking in the morning too. So I just bought some
Oh,
Canadian
yeah.
bacon and I'm gonna try to mimic egg McMuffin
Oh, I'm
in the
doing
morning.
pot. Let me see. For dinner, I'm doing pot roast tomorrow.
God, have you ever heard of is it Mississippi pot roast where they put
No,
the peppers in it?
no.
Let me. I think they put pepperoncinis in it or whatever. Um,
See, with my pot roast, I usually put like fresh carrots, celery, potatoes, mushrooms.
okay, so go online and look up Mississippi pot roast and try to make it yourself.
I will.
Like your own like your way. Like you can take a recipe offline, but like when I do weddings, I see or eat a lot of different dinners from different cultures and whatnot. Not that it's a cultural thing, but um, they had Mississippi pot roast at this one wedding, and it was delicious. It was awesome, and I can't believe I haven't tried to make it yet. So
See, I usually do sauce and pasta on Sunday, but he had me do it today because he wanted pasta today. So,
that's okay. It's all right to switch it up here and there.
yeah. So I said, good, you get your pasta today. I'm making pot roast tomorrow.
Oh God, pot roast sounds so good right now.
Oh, I
That
love
that
egg.
guy I talked about with that restaurant that he put all that money into and reopened. He's
Mm-hmm.
got he's got pot roast. It's unbelievable. It's it's so good. It's
Mine,
like it's like making it in your own kitchen. It's unbelievable.
when mine comes out, it actually falls off. You don't even have to cut it. It just falls off. And my husband laughs because I have this habit. I take bread and I always put it on my plate and I put the pot roast and all the vegetables and the gravy on top of it.
Ugh.
And and he's like, "Why do you eat it that way?"
Oh,
And
I do the same thing.
I said I've been doing that since I'm a child. What are you
Even with
kidding
turkey, I
me?
mix the corn and the gravy and stuffing and the mashed potatoes all together. It's the big hodgepodge and just smash it. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you're right, Jason. We probably are in the same. We're probably in the same sort of weather band, I guess. I mean, we're not far apart. What's real? Thanks for coming in, bro, man. It's been a pleasure. I'm glad you stuck around. I'm glad this turned out way better than I thought it was gonna. It was actually a really a lot of fun. Yeah, you're right. It is 2:30 in the morning, so
Yeah.
I think I told my wife I was gonna set an alarm for like 9:30, 10 o'clock. But this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to kill some time on here, and now I should be able to fall asleep and sleep for 5 6 hours. Hopefully. Last night I fell asleep at midnight. I was up at 3. I knew it was gonna happen. It always happens that way. So, but yeah, maybe we'll wrap it up now.
Yeah, sounds good.
But yeah, I want to thank everyone for coming in. Edwin, Carol, you're awesome. You rock as usual. Just chilling.
Thank
Jason
you.
T, what's real? Who else do we got? Amber was in here earlier.
NB,
MB was in here. That's right. Yep. Who am I missing here? Mike F.
Grambino,
Yep.
Mike
Grambino
F.
was in here.
Grambino
That's
was
crazy.
in
I can't
here.
wait to watch the rerun. That's gonna be cool. Even though I hate listening to myself, but yeah. Uh, you have a good weekend. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I'll see you in the chats at some point. I'm gonna be
Uh,
trying.
very limited chats you'll find me in
Well,
now.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We have mutual chats that we always.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So I'm on vacation, so I feel like a one man team now that I got to move my damn house. Um, so hopefully at nighttime I'll be on, or I'll check in, say hi to people, but that's probably about it. I don't think I'm gonna go live anytime soon,
Okay.
unless I'm in the new house. But we'll see. We'll see. I said that before, so we'll see. Um, but all right, guys, thank you so much, and please hit like. You know, I don't know what's gonna do for me,
Yes, likes
but
don't cost anything. Just hit the like button, either coming
yeah,
in or on your way out.
yep. All right, yeah, but this was cool. Thanks a lot so much, guys. You guys rock. and we will hopefully be back at some point soon.
Right. Good night, everybody.
All right, Carol, take care. Take care,
You
guys. We'll
too.
see ya. Rock and roll.